handled in a world of legendary moments will be captured. So stand up, scream, and make sure the boys feel you.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Okay, that was a long day. Thanks to Detroit, and thanks to a lot of things you can criticize about what we were about out there today. It can't be about that. It can't be. We're not. We've got to assess. We've certainly got a bye week, but there's nothing magic about bye week. You can do some things differently within 3 days of some of the things that bit us out there today. This was very concerning, and it was very humbling, and it was very, I felt bad because of all of our great fans, and especially the ones in this stadium, and certainly the ones that are all about the Cowboys. So we've got a lot of work to do. I'm glad we've got this bye week coming up here. It'll give everybody an opportunity to get out and actually practice what it is that takes you to be more successful in a game like this. This was a shocker. I thought we would do a lot of things better in that football game, and I think we can. We just didn't do them out there today. So don't have a lot of answers. What are you going to do about it? We're going to go to work. Going to use the young guys we've got out there, the reps they're getting, the experience they're getting. We're going to try to make that help us get in position to win us some ball games.
You talk about your fans, Jerry. 38 points, that's the worst home loss in your 35 years as owner. What is the feeling of embarrassment towards your fans?
Well, I feel regret that for our fans, regret it for everybody that is a part of the Dallas Cowboys or have been a part of the Cowboys. And it puts a lot of resolve. The key thing to think about right here is we're 6 games into this thing. We're 3-3. We've had times when we haven't liked where we were when we were in the early part of the season. We don't like where we are right now. There's a lot of work to do, got a lot of improvement before we'll sit here with any smiles on our face.
How do you and how will you take ownership?
Well, let me say this. I have ownership, so there's no taking it.
We don't mean you own this team.
So the bottom line is what I do is go to work, like you say, do something about it from every individual, every player, every coach, everybody in ownership, everybody involved. We got to get better.
Does a loss like this force you to reassess what you thought this team was? Do you have to start to look at it a little bit differently as you assess it?
Well, I think that anytime you get beat, you create question marks. When you get beat like this, you create more question marks. And certainly there's a lot of question marks there, but all of us get out and do what we do in life without all the questions answered. And we just got a bunch of them right now, a lot more than I would have hoped or thought. I thought defensively we were compromised, but I thought we could come in here and really make up for where we were compromised on defense with our offense.
Yes, exactly. That's what I called out.
Had a lot to say about that. But this was a stunner as well as just a disappointment.
Jerry, what do you look at Dak Prescott and his performance?
Well, I look at the whole picture there on any of the players, but
not good.
We weren't satisfied with any performance out there today. It'd be the wrong thing to point out anybody that did have a good performance out there today. This is a team thing. It's obviously if one part of the team gets out of whack, then it can impact dramatically all parts. Man, y'all have heard enough of that about complimentary football.
Well, I think we've heard enough of Jerry. I think we've heard enough of Jerry, right? Good evening, everybody, and we'll get into it. Obviously, we're here to watch, or basically, whatever you guys want to talk about. This is a channel member Zoom. The link is on the page, but we're here to watch Bills and the Jets. But that being said, the things that we're hearing today is pretty bad. And again, I'm not going to be that guy. I see everybody's comments. I see lead commander coming at me. I had a Detroit fan basically say, I can't believe you said karma. I didn't mean when Aiden Hutchinson got hurt that was why. But again, I got to watch what I say. My bad. But, our offense didn't show up. I mean, I told everybody. I'm getting blowed up here. Don't they know I'm live here? Whatever. It is what it is. Our offense did nothing. It kind of reminds me of when we went and traded for Amari Cooper, but here's the difference. I don't really think that's the problem. We have CeeDee Lamb, right? I think it's scheme, people. I think this offense is not good enough. I don't believe this offense is good enough, people. Sorry, but the offense is not good enough. It's not. Our offense is no movement. Yeah, he'll be back for the Super Bowl, possibly. But the offense is not good enough. That's ultimately where I'm gonna start at, and I would say scheme rather than pieces. Very disappointed in Jake Ferguson yesterday. To me, when you start saying I'm disappointed in Dak, I'm disappointed in CD, I'm disappointed in Jake Ferguson, I'm disappointed in our offensive line, I'm disappointed in our running backs, I'm disappointed in Jalen Tolbert. When you start doing all of that, maybe it's the offense and not everybody having a bad game. You know what I'm saying? We saw the shell coverage, double team that CD was getting. I think the offense is antiquated. They're not doing anything that they were doing when they went into the bye last year. So we're going to see what they're going to do. But Jerry Jones just told you the bye doesn't heal everything. So again, now we're getting these overstatements. We're getting these over corrections, and we're not any good. Again, you're as good as what your record says you are, and we're 3-3. And we're a game out of the division. That's the fact. That's the fact. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. You could say, oh, well, it don't look good. Well, it looked great last year, and I'm going to welcome in my partner, Primetime Phil. What's going on, brother? I can't hear you, so I wanted you to get in and, we can't hear you, Phil. But anyway, we were blowing teams out last year. I was at the opening game last year, 40-0, and a lot of Cowboys fans got a little too ridiculous, a little too carried away. Can you guys hear me? Brian, will you make an appearance on Jacob Sports? Victor Jimenez, not anytime soon. The only way it would is if Xander reaches out to me, which we had talked about it. But, I don't see it happening right now. There we go.
Hello, check.
We got you, my man. We got you.
I have like 5 different mute buttons in different spots, so you gotta go through all.
Thanks.
Yeah,
CZ.
now, of course, I was kind of riding high with my Ducks beating Ohio State, and so, and then we went to the broadcast. I mean, there was nothing happened that I wasn't really like shocked about. I think I'm with you in the sense that the offense should have done more, but again, game planning, and if I was to go against matchup to matchup, if we saw the beginning part where you're talking about wide receivers and double teaming them, if I was saying, okay, this running back versus this linebacker, you would most likely put Detroit as that main one because of all the injuries that we had, and somehow there's a lot of them that are very surprised by the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I was surprised at the final score. Not so much. I said we'd have to score 40 to have a chance to win, and that wouldn't have won it.
Wouldn't have won it. Yeah.
So, but still.
But then again, you don't know how competitive the defense would have been if they would have been in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what That's what I try and tell people. You start getting that first drive, you put up a touchdown, right? We weren't winning the game, people.
No.
This was their Super Bowl. I tried to find a way to cover the points and keep it close, and I saw with rose-colored glasses when I was doing my prediction. I still had them losing. So, again, I
had them losing bigger. So, I got at least that right. I was trying to be modest. Like, well, let me bring it closer, but I saw it being
anybody
big.
could say they saw us scoring. No, having
Well, I thought at least by
touchdowns.
20, at least 20 points or something like that.
That's the 27th ranked passing defense. So, again, but it seemed like everything was wrong. We missed Guyton out with injury, and it just seemed like it snowballed. TJ Bass got nicked up. So it just seemed like everybody had a bad game. Detroit played
even Detroit.
Game.
Okay, and you question sometimes Dan Campbell's stuff because they were leading by 30-something points when Aiden Hutchinson was in there. I mean, I given it was the third quarter, right? I mean, I guess still competitive, but oh man, that's a devastating injury for them, right? Was it the third or fourth?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all a blur to me. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We get it, but I get a,
that's what,
like I'm
that's
getting.
That's what kind of have coaches thinking we're able to have a big lead from here on out.
Well, again,
Well, right now, okay, sorry, Brian.
No, go ahead, guys.
No, I was gonna say was like with these guys that are playing right now, it almost feels like it's a preseason and you're trying to see what these guys have because there's way too many guys on this roster that are playing, like especially in the secondary that wouldn't have normally been there. And when you have your 4 edge rushers that can get pressure aren't there automatically, again, man, that was recipe for disaster.
I'm not going to use injuries as an excuse. Clearly,
it's a part of it. It's like a dollar, and you got like this is one of the quarters.
I'm not using it as an excuse, but the facts of the matter is we had 6 starters on defense not there. 3 Pro Bowlers that I could think of. Maybe I'm missing somebody, but again, it's no excuse. What I was going to say is there's no excuse that our offense did what they did.
The coaching was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. But here, what's up, Big D? And I'll get to the chat. I'm not leaving you guys hanging, but and I'm going to let these guys talk.
And there were some things when you're talking about the offense. When you're talking about the offense, sorry, I don't mean to jump in there as well too. But like when you're talking about the offensive line, I mean you're talking about Tyler Smith. Not great because he has to fill in with a guy in where he's an all-pro in the guard. So I mean, going against very top pass rushers. And then you have Cooper Beebe, which I love. I mean, we all know how much of a pet cat that is right there. But right now, as a young guy, eventually he'll learn. He's struggling with the stunts. So I mean, there's things across there that again, young guys are really. It sucks sometimes, but you can almost point out at every single position stuff that they did wrong. But go ahead, Thomas.
Well, what I was saying that whenever you have teams that have big leads like that early in the third quarter, whenever, that's going, after what they saw yesterday, that's going to kind of have them thinking, should I pull the dogs out now or should I wait a couple more series from now? Should I, after what happened with Aiden Hutchinson yesterday?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that is devastating stuff for them, man. I don't wish anything upon anybody on that one. That is,
and I posted that on my Facebook page last night. I was telling everybody, I was like, hey, you can make fun of me. I don't care. I don't care how you react, but the health of an NFL player is, that comes before anything. If you're gonna say this and say that, hey, you can do something on Facebook right now because this is, this man snapped his leg like Dak did back in 2020, and they said they had to do emergency surgery on his leg. As a matter of fact, the same hospital Dak had his surgery at Arlington Hospital. And
Harold Williams, you're right, brother. Detroit is not a soft team. I agree.
No, Detroit is legit.
No, that's what I'm saying. They weren't going to do that, but that's what ends up causing that type of stuff.
Yeah, and that's all I was trying to say when I made my comment. When you go balls to the wall for 4 quarters like it's your Super Bowl, and let's face it, Detroit hasn't been that team all year. They needed to buy. That buy, even though their record, they were 3-1, make no mistake, Detroit has not played great football. They're explosive, but they haven't played great team football. So the bye week came at a great time for Detroit. It would have been a great time for Dallas. As it turned out, it would have been great. Mark Hutchin, what's up, brother? So thank you so much. But yes, so it is what it is, boys. I'm not leaving.
What's up, Mark?
No,
hell no, man.
No one's jumping off the ship, but it is what it is.
It is what it is,
not surprising. This next
nobody's
stretch
winning
is going to be
Super
pretty.
Bowl in week 6. So
No.
I mean,
no
Detroit
one's
just won
winning the
theirs,
Super
right?
Bowl in week 6.
I'm messing.
But
I'm messing.
we've
No,
seen
I'm
enough
talking
Super
away,
Bowl
'cause I know
teams
it's
to
coming.
know. We've seen enough Super
I
Bowl
know
teams
the
to know we don't
negativity
got
is
the
about to set in.
horses. We don't got the horses. Come on now, we got to be real here.
Again, we didn't have the horses
Mike
yesterday.
Fisher laid it all out for all of us.
Oh, come on, dude! Stop
Mike
doing that.
Fisher,
Stop
yeah,
doing
Mike
that,
Fisher.
man.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw
He
that,
laid it
man.
all out.
We laid this out in the beginning of the
Yes,
season.
we said at the beginning of the season.
It's a lame duck season. They're not going to invest in the team.
Again,
They're
dude,
not.
I can't.
They're not going to make any trades. They're not. How much you want to bet they make no trades?
I don't want to trade. Who the hell are we going to get?
Who we
There's
trade?
not
We
one
already
guy.
talked about weeks ago. We don't want anybody.
There's
Unless
not
you're getting
one
a Quentin
guy.
Williams, unless you're getting a Quentin Williams type of guy, where your defensive
There's
tackle.
not
That's
one
sort
guy
of,
out there that I would want right now. Everybody wants Devontae Adams. He's 32 years old. He's not going to grow with the football team. So give it up with Devontae.
It's hard to be positive when
I'm
this
not asking you to be
team
positive.
hasn't gotten the job done.
But when
We're on the
when he was
decline.
when he was talking about it earlier, how it's going to be one of those seasons, you couldn't have gotten your hopes up by that point. It was like we even said it. We might get into the playoffs. We might playoffs. We'll get out by the first round or two.
We
And
may
now
not
it'll be
even
it.
make the playoffs at this rate.
Well, look
No,
at the
we
rest
may
of
not.
Look at the
We
rest
may
of
not.
it. Look, it's
What I'm saying,
it's
we
not
went
great.
12-5 3 years in a row. We didn't strike when the iron was hot
Again,
and get the job done.
I'm not
I mean,
kidding.
we can't stay on top forever. I mean, we're gonna have an off.
No, you're right.
Eventually.
You're right. We've
Nobody's
been
saying
bitching
stay
and
on
moaning.
top. Again, I could care less about 12-5. I'm more. I keep saying it, people. A wild card team won the Super Bowl last year. Okay, so most likely a wild card team is going to win it this year. Whether it's us, okay, I get it. It's a long shot, but this is week 6, people, and we are missing 6 Pro Bowl,
Half the
6
team.
starters.
Yeah, but the last 2 wild card teams that won the Super Bowl had Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Again,
playing.
that's it.
Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
And the Philadelphia Eagles, no, they were.
Dude, it just takes one Super Bowl to change your name. Okay.
Again. So if you're gonna sit
Yeah, but
here
these
and
guys
say
got
Detroit, if you're gonna sit here and say Detroit week 6, yes, in week 6 they look phenomenal. I have them going to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. Not, I didn't have to wait until they beat Dallas, 49-7 to say, oh my God, Detroit's a juggernaut. I said it before the season
No,
started.
I knew Detroit was
So,
on the. They were
let's
on the
not act
rise.
Like we knew that
Detroit's
they
been
had
on the
this
rise.
game earmarked for months. Okay, this was their rallying call. Let's see what they do next week, because the records of the teams that beat the Dallas Cowboys goes in the tank the following week. Shit, New Orleans.
Yeah, but
still
this is
has a running
similar.
game.
Hold on, Brian. This is similar to remember when the Eagles beat up on the 49ers and the 49ers were like, okay, we remember this. Next season, 49ers destroyed them. And that's all they kept talking about. The Eagles beat us in the NFC Championship game.
right.
We got something for them.
Yeah, I knew that was happening. I mean, anybody that thought that we were going to win that game and with confidence, you were fooling yourself. But again,
yeah, but there's no way they didn't go into the week going, okay, they don't have Micah, they don't have D-Law, they don't have Sam Williams, they don't have McNeely, they don't have Kenrick, they don't have Deron Bland and stuff like that. This is how we're going to attack them.
But again, I mean, I've played.
What we're all mad about is our offense couldn't even score a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree.
We're mad about that.
I agree with you, but what if I told you this, okay? What if I told you this, Wade? What if I told you that if we lost by 3 yesterday, you would have slept a little better probably, right? But that would have given us, like, what if I said, just think with me for a second. If I said, all right, we lose by 3 in a shootout, right? And what if I told you that by losing by 3 was going to give us less of an opportunity to go into Detroit and win. I mean, to San Francisco and win after the bye. What would you say? Well, if we lost by 3 and we don't, now it's all. You're going to learn a lot about the Cowboys. Is what I'm trying to get at in San Fran. It is a us versus the world, and again, they're calling for everybody's head. You're going to learn a lot.
You're right. The team has to rise.
I think we have a better shot at beating San Fran. I'm not saying we are. But I think we have a better shot at beating San Fran. So let's fast forward 2 weeks, Wade. Let's just think about this for a second. Let's say we beat the 49ers, right? I don't care how it looks. It could be 10-9. I don't give a shit. After that game, and we beat the 49ers, are you going to be looking back about how bad we lost to Detroit, or are you going to be impressed that your team went and beat the 49ers? I'm only trying to say that...
I'll be happy we won against...
But all I'm saying is shit gets cleared up quick. Look how bad we looked against New Orleans and then started off against Baltimore. For whatever reason, we're struggling at home.
Here's one thing I will say, though.
Yes.
Okay, we win against the 49ers. We lose. Like, I don't want to do this whole win-lose, 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 and then we're lukewarm. It's like I want us to be terrible, or I want us to be good. I don't want us to be just in the middle.
I agree with you there, but we're not going to be terrible. All right, so if you're saying if we reset now and we look at the schedule, and I'll let you guys talk, but if we look at the schedule, okay, 8 wins is probably I think that to me is more attainable than I ever thought. Right, so 8 wins. Well, okay, what is that? That's not terrible. Yeah. You're drafting what, Phil? 13, 14? If you get 8.
I still think I'm
so
about
it's
9
like
wins or something.
Again, I'm not here in week 6 to give up. It did look good, but I think this gives us a better opportunity to win the next game rather than getting false hope.
I don't think I'm not giving up. My thing is
we kept it close against Detroit. No, who fuck cares?
No one's running away with the division.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What I'm squaring up is, if we do win the division and do get in the playoffs, I just know that the upper echelon teams like the Niners or the Detroit Lions, if we lose against them, I'm just like, okay.
Yes, you're right. I'm not
going
to lie to you. You're right. You are correct. I even
by that point, would you rather not make it and then set yourself up for the draft, or would you rather make the playoffs then still?
We're going to learn a lot in the next month, Phil. Like, we'll have that answer. By the time we sit in that stadium,
we're going to know. If we get beat up the next 5 weeks, then...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. Like,
no, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
If the Cowboys do implode, I'd rather us implode and get high picks than, just tread above water.
High picks for what? We got our...
High picks for better players.
Yeah.
I'm not saying get a quarterback.
Defensive tackle.
Here we go. Aaron Rodgers has got the ball to start the game. I don't want to just totally forget about
the
game.
Coach Rodgers is out there now.
Because look, I'm not saying Mike Fisher is the be-all, end-all, but
he
if
doesn't
he's
say
right,
anything. That's my issue with Mike.
If he is right, though, well, he did say Cowboys are going in next season. Like the next season, they have cap space.
It's like everybody. We all know that. I mean, we know. But again, it's having this conversation.
When you look at the salary cap, you know that they're going to do stuff.
We're going to have
salary cap's going up. We're going to have cap space.
Yeah, well,
or 80 million.
Right now, we have 50 million next year. We have 28 and a 22 this year. So that's going to carry over. We have 50
and I'm
million.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, Brian. But if we do implode, we will have a totally new coaching staff. There'll be a lot of moving parts next year.
Again, but I know, but half our team's already signed up. So again, that's where all I'm trying to say.
Well, I think the big important ones, I think are signed up.
Even if half the team is signed, though, it doesn't mean that
every
the Cowboys
NFL team
won't
flips their roster 40% every year. Every team. So again,
I just don't like. I think if I'm unhappy about a coaching staff spot, people have McCarthy and stuff. It's the offensive line coach for me.
Yeah,
that's to me where I do not like.
He's older than dirt. Look at the Jets. The Jets are looking explosive. But all due respect, let me get to the chat real quick, and then I'll open the floor to you guys. You guys can hammer them till your heart's content. I'll take a back seat. Victor Jimenez, Ronnie Young, Logan Motorsports, Vinny Hagan, Bruce Banner, what's up? CZ, Logan, I got you already, bro. What's up, Chris May? How are you? Get to the rest. Arturo Gomez is in the house. Dwayne Sweetney, what up, my guy? Dirty Sanchez, there he is. Brad Harris. Stacy Flowers, what's up, man? Rough one yesterday. Congratulations to the Eagles, albeit ugly, doesn't matter. A win's a win. Congratulations to, that's it. The Eagles, the only team to win yesterday, so everybody else lost. The Giants got shellacked last night, and Washington came down to earth, and you won't see some of the Commander people for a week or two. Ronnie Young, what's up, my guy? Heat 3's in the house.
I think their quarterback played really well, man.
DB for life
in that game.
What's up, DB for life? Yeah, again, I think I called that. Remember, we were at the draft, and I said, ooh, that's the guy that would be the most scariest to be with Washington. Bobby Murphy, what's up, Bobby? How are you, brother? Curtis is in the house. Linda Conyers is in the house. I think I got everybody. Big D, what's up? JH, Hamid's out of the cave for a couple hours. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, Primetime Phil's channel is in the chat.
Dude, they've already gotten down to the other side of the...
yeah.
Man,
Harold Williams. What's up,
They
Harold?
inside the red zone. They inside.
Donnie's drum covers. Drew's in the house.
Looks like those Mark Sanchez days.
Mark Hutchins in the house. Arturo Gomez. I think I got everybody. I think that's about everybody. Jamie Flores.
Sanchez.
So anyway, and then, all right, let's welcome in the whole panel. We got Little Cowboy. We got Wade. We got Thomas Garrett. And we got Primetime Phil.
What up, man?
Have at it.
Oh, I thought we were already having at it.
Congratulations, Phil, on y'all beating my Ohio State Buckeyes. That was an ugly game.
It was
a
whoever
rough
had the
game.
ball last.
It was a rough
whoever
game.
had the ball last. That's basically what ended up happening.
Yeah, it was a shootout, but
Loyal,
we're only down to number 4, so I'm not worried.
You guys got a lot
Loyal,
of
you
weapons.
might need to go back in the cave. You need to be like just poke your head out a little bit.
I'd still pick Ohio State as your national.
Like Hamid. Let me see.
What, you want me to do, Hamid?
Yeah. I want you to go and visit. There he goes. Stephen Brown, what's up? Yeah. And Wade, I'll just say this and I'll shut up. I keep saying that, but
it was good.
Damn, they got 34 field goal.
If it does blow up, I'll be excited with that too. If that makes any sense.
I mean, I'll be okay with it.
You know what I mean? Because I do love draft, so I'll be all right. You know what it is, Wade? It's we got too much talent when everybody's healthy to be bad, you know? So I get what you're saying, but there's nobody really good. We saw Detroit play really good, okay? We saw New Orleans like the best thing since sliced bread, yet they haven't won a game in a month. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's all I'm trying to say. And you know what it is? There's a long year before we got real football again. Even though we like the draft, let's just enjoy the games and, you know, and just.
I've seen the development.
Yes.
Well, what did Jimmy Johnson say when he first came to Dallas? He said that, you know, he's seen the team with no talent. And that's where we're at. I think that, you know.
Whoa, dang, Loyal.
I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. Well, they're not playing. They play like a bunch of bananas.
What did he say?
I think he said something like this.
Acknowledge me.
But
I don't know.
Well, you know, Loyal, Mike Fisher would take your side. He thinks they're going to have about 40 different players on the roster, 53-man roster next year. 40 different players.
Well, I mean, we definitely need to rebuild, man.
Different.
We need to rebuild, but the problem lies in the front office. It don't matter what coach you bring in there. Don't matter if you bring Bill Belichick in there. As long as Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are running the show and doing what they're doing, things aren't going to change. Period.
Hey, Phil, remind me to ask Mike Fisher that. I'm going to say, yeah, we got, you know, like our friend Wade. Yeah, from where you live,
you can
Wade?
tell him I'm a fish head.
I'm a fish head too.
Listening to him for over 25 years.
Yeah, I love him too. I mean, I had a conversation with him at Mark's tailgate a couple years ago. Where do you live? You don't live in Terrell.
I live in Louisville. Yeah, I live right.
Yeah.
I'm right down the street from his bar.
That's where father had his distributorship a long time ago, Louisville. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, Phil, if I can get Mike Fisher, we'll make sure we float like we tell Wade, we'll quote him. We say, well, Walker Wade is basically saying that there's going to be how many 40 new bodies on the
2024 lame duck, 2025 blow it up. That is what he's been saying since February.
No, I mean, but
Ask
you
him
said how
that
many
question.
bodies? Oh yeah, I know what he's saying. I mean,
He said he wouldn't be surprised if the roster they switched 30 to 40 players on a 53-man roster this next offseason.
Is Jerry going to be alive, or is he going to be 6 feet under? Because if he's 6 feet under, I could see that. But listen,
I could name like 30 people that's still going to be in this roster. That
what's
would
up,
be
Tim?
If they
easy.
got
How are
rid
you,
of,
brother?
I mean, so what are the cornerstone? Who are you keeping if
Well,
you get rid of 40 players?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. You're not. That's what I'm saying. I think it's just
All right.
20
Dak,
players. I'll give you 20
Dak,
players you're getting rid of.
Dak,
hold on,
CeeDee Lamb,
hold on.
You're keeping the field goal kicker.
Here, let me just give you who's under contract
Zach
and for a lot of
Zach
money.
Martin is probably going to retire. He's on the decline from what it looks like.
All right, you ready? Dak Prescott, Trayvon Diggs, that's 2. CeeDee Lamb, that's 3. Terrence Steele's under long-term contract, that's 4.
I hate that one.
Micah
They might
Parsons.
cut his ass. They might trade or cut his ass. You never know.
Micah Parsons, that's 5. I could see Malik Hooker going. I've been calling for him for a while. Brian Anger, okay. I mean, all right. Tyler Smith, that's 6. Osa, he's in a contract year, so okay. Mozzie, that's 7. Tyler Guyton, that's 8. Let's see here. Luke Schoonmaker, he's under contract. That's 9. Jalen Tolbert, that's 10. DeMarvion Overshown, that's 11. Jake
Remember,
Ferguson.
just because they're under contract don't mean they're not going to get let go.
Well,
Yeah, but every single one of them he just named, you know you're going to stay on the roster.
Jake Ferguson, that's 12. Cooper Beebe, that's 13. I'm skipping over guys like Damone Clark, by the way. So just keep that in mind. Maris Leofau, that's 14. I'm skipping over Marquise Bell, Cavante Turpin, even though I think they'll be back. Jalen Brooks, so I love him, but whatever.
You can't guarantee anything.
And that's the thing. If you
TJ
do have
Bass,
a coaching regime change,
Brandon Aubrey.
they may want to rearrange a lot of shit.
Well, I know
Yeah.
Ryan Flournoy is not going.
I just want
anywhere.
to be if that's the case with the coach, I want to be in it
So, yeah, I
early.
could
I don't
see
want to
that.
be coming into the party late and trying to get coordinators and all that kind of shit,
Yeah,
Like everyone's screaming for Belichick, but I'm like,
No,
I always
no,
like,
I do not want that.
look,
No, no, no.
look. I need some. Our defense always
I want
is
McCarthy.
garbage. We need a good defense. I'm just getting tired of. I'm getting tired of having soft defense.
yeah.
You want Salas?
tired.
You want Robert Salas?
Robert
Bill
Saleh.
Belichick, I think he may be the best defense coordinator in NFL history. I think I might take him.
It's all the other shit that comes with him.
And not to mention the 3-4, the
Yeah, I
3-4
agree with
defense.
that. You want to
I
keep
think Micah
Micah?
Parsons would
Yes.
be way better in a 3-4.
Jason
Oh,
Garrett's
yeah.
available. Bobby Murphy says.
Oh,
I love it, Bob. I love it.
I love Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck him. Anyway, so what's up, Loyal? What's up, Thomas? How you guys doing tonight?
Good,
What up,
good.
man? What up?
Not much, man. Just one of them days. You want McCarthy? Donnie's drum covers is asking me. Not really. I didn't want McCarthy. Phil knows I wanted McCarthy going after the playoff game.
Yeah, I was surprised when he wasn't fired after the Green
Well,
Bay game. I was surprised.
Not when you look into the Joneses being cheap. And I think that's what it comes down to. They do not want to pay a coach to sit home. They don't. They have a problem with it. Just look at all the big contracts that they have to pay out. They make you sweat until the last possible second. I swear it's about keeping that money in the bank and gaining interest. They do not want to fire Mike McCarthy. They kept Jason Garrett and let his contract run out when he was cooked, right? I mean, ridiculous. Jason Garrett should have been fired a year prior. He
Yeah,
was
Donnie
allowed to
Drums.
coach
No,
10 years.
I was joking.
What's
I was
that?
joking.
Well, when you lose 4 home games in the fashion that they did, something's wrong.
I just
care.
don't. I don't
What's
like
up,
his
West
his
Virginia?
clock management. I don't like a lot of stuff. I like the culture part. I like what he's kind of changed in that. But if I was to do it, I'm not against it at all, man. I'm like, I'm all about getting new regime in here. The only one I would want to keep out of everybody coaching is Al Harris. And if you somehow can keep Bone Fossils, that'd be awesome.
Here's the deal, though. As much as I like Al Harris, just you remember I liked the what was his name? Who was the guy we got from Seattle that we loved?
Oh, you're talking
Oh
about
yeah, dum.
Yeah. He was the
I know you're talking about
defensive coordinator, Chris something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
If he was good, we don't remember him because that's obviously
Well, I love Al Harris.
He's a 1-year wonder.
I love Al Harris, but he's never coached. He's never been a coordinator, let alone a head coach.
I just know everything he touches.
There you go.
Kind of.
Yeah,
there you go,
Chris
Archer.
Richard. Yeah,
Chris Richard. Thank you.
You know, like, are we sure that Mike Zimmer's that bad? Because I heard someone pointing out, like, Mike Zimmer was calling the right thing.
Well, it's not that.
The players were
It's-
literally just out of they weren't doing the right thing.
I wouldn't think of it as Zimmer. I'm thinking it
not
more
his
of
players.
another coaching person coming in here. He's going to want another coordinator. Not to get rid of Zimmer. I don't think I'm looking at the defense, and without the defensive tackle, what are you really going to be able to do, man?
It's not his players. Those are not players that Zimmer picked. Those are Dan Quinn guys. And Mike Zimmer's more of a 4-3, and Dan Quinn is 3-4. So they're not Zimmer's guys.
Oh, that was very close to a touchdown. Yeah, so you let him go, you're going to be right in Washington, right?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think Jerry would let Micah go, but I'm telling you, I don't
think so either.
He won't do it, but if they got some good picks for him, that's a good start.
It's like Micah is Jerry on the field, just opens.
And we need some high first round draft picks, not no last minute first round draft picks. We need some high first round draft picks.
And that either comes with trading, which they know they don't do, or failing.
Find a trading partner like Carolina, which I know Micah Parsons would hate that if he went to Carolina, but somebody like that,
Yeah, I didn't like how Michael Irvin was basically saying the team. It's true though. The team was playing like they already had vacation on their mind already.
Mm-hmm.
Bye week was already there. Let's take a vacation.
Well, they felt like they had it in their head. Okay, well, none of our starters are here, so why not try? That was their body. That's what their bodies told me. They just didn't care. They just.
What's up, Elena?
I mean, I don't think Jerry and I know we think Jerry and Steven and all them are just complete idiots, but I mean, there's no way they signed Zeke and there's no way they thought that the running back room was good. Like
Well, why don't they call Dalvin
there's
Cook
just
up?
no
though?
way.
I don't understand that. They got him sitting in a practice squad, and they haven't yet to call him up.
Yeah, you're just getting him warmed up for somebody else.
At least see what you got.
Reason,
I mean, you went through all that trouble to sign him. I mean,
I think they knew this was going to happen. I think they just didn't think it was going to be this bad. If this is a lame duck year, then they knew this was going to happen. They just didn't think it was going to be this bad. Like now we're getting slacked. Like I don't think they expected that. It's
looking like the 2020 Cowboys all over again.
Yeah, I don't think they thought we were going to get literally ran out the stadium like 3 different times this year.
I mean, Micah Parsons, when he was playing before he got hurt, he was getting drugged down the field, kind of like Jalen Smith was. Remember that? You see how Derrick Henry was dragging Micah Parsons down the field, our best player. Come on now. We need some big boys up front, that are good. Not just fat and lazy like Poe. We need some good, athletic big boys. Hey, you're muted. Game time.
I'm talking to my wife.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you guys got
all
it.
Right, so
just,
Buffalo.
Just make sure you grab the chat.
Hell, and the way Law was talking, Law Nation was talking. He's like, no one can convince me that the Jones family, they really didn't believe in Dak. I think they were just forced to sign him because Trey Lance was so bad.
Yeah, I remember he had mentioned something of that nature yesterday.
Here's the thing, man. Jalen Tolbert pretty good. They need a true number 2. They need somebody that when Lamb was getting double covered or whatever they're doing to Lamb, he can get open. They need somebody like that. Jake Ferguson is an option, but he gets eliminated sometimes out of those options. And when you look at the defensive side, if you get a nice big defensive tackle that's a stout guy, that could change how that defense. You get another corner or, so to me, there's some big pieces that if you can get something in the first couple of rounds that are good, even if, obviously up in those higher parts of the round, you can set this team back up, but obviously it's not going to do anything for you this year.
Yeah.
And there's, again, like Brian's saying, I mean, unless you're going out and getting somebody that their season is already kind of going like a Carolina, but who on Carolina would you go and get in their defense? You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of, I think Mike Fisher pointed that out. You remember in 2015, we kind of retooled that year. We got rid of DeMarco Murray and let a lot of players go. Romo got hurt, but the next year we re-upped and went 13-3.
But it took us tanking, really.
Well, that was because Dak Prescott had first gotten in the league. People didn't have tape on him. But then the following year after they got tape on him, it's like,
No, I don't know if it was Tay. I think
he's been up there in the league,
really
leading
good.
the league. I mean,
he was just playing really good. He was just playing really good that season. Even though I always will scream, I was screaming give the team back to
What's up, Vinny?
I don't give a damn how good Dak's doing.
What's my okay, Daniel M says, Loyal, what's your thoughts on Mike McCarthy saying that you should be careful about saying soft? What do you mean? Prove me wrong, Mike McCarthy.
What do you mean careful about saying soft, Mike McCarthy?
Prove me wrong. They are soft.
The fan base can call y'all whatever they want to because we pay money to go see y'all.
I hope the players are watching this right now saying, I'll tell them they're soft. You guys are playing soft.
You tell them from Ohio. You'll tell them.
I don't care. Micah, whoever, you guys are playing soft. You're playing soft. You need to put your big boy pants on.
Yeah, if Micah's watching this right now, I like how you were just giggling on the
sideline. Put your big boy pants on. Quit running your mouth
on the sideline.
And show some grit. You
think Jimmy would have put up with that shit, Micah? I don't think so.
Better yet, watch the Cowboys of the 90s. Watch how they played and how they executed. Y'all are playing like some divas.
Yeah, I got lit up in the chat, in the comments by somebody saying, "Oh, you guys are hammering Micah because he's laughing on the sideline. You don't know what he was talking about." I'm like,
I don't give a damn what he was talking about. Your team is
getting
decimated.
And if they went to Charles Haley, Emmitt Smith, or any of those guys, they would say the same thing, that you guys are playing like a bunch of prima donna softies.
You could be talking about your tapestries you're looking at for the mansion. I don't care. That's just not a good look. Get off the sideline. You're injured.
Dude, Michael Irvin talked about that one time. He's like, dude, when we were getting blown out, there was no joking on the sideline because Jimmy would rip our heads off.
Yeah, one thing I did see, Wade, where Mike said they are practicing hard, but they're not practicing good. Whatever the hell that means.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're practicing hard, but they're not practicing good.
Just tell me the team is bad, Mike McCarthy.
Vinny, I disagree with you. You say these football players are not soft. Yeah, they're athletic, but they're not built like they used to be. Back then, you have players like Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott broke his finger.
No.
Oh, go ahead and crack it. I want to go back in. These players now, they get a little...
No, they said take my finger off.
They take his finger off, but now you got these players nowadays.
Crack it.
Are you kidding me?
If they get a little, they get cut on their hand, they're ready to go out.
The players back then were on cocaine and steroids and taking shots of tequila on the sidelines. I don't want to hear shit.
Hey,
these players ain't nothing compared
Dustin?
to those players back then.
We ain't out. Loyal, do you think that the money is going through their heads that aren't performing? Daniel?
Yes, I do. I do think they're at the end of the day, they can care less what we think. They're like, you know what,
dude, this is a finesse. This is a finesse NFL. The 90s NFL, those were freaking monsters on that field. Go back and look at those offense and defensive lines in the 90s.
But I would say
they are way bigger.
There's nothing about Detroit that's finesse. That's
Detroit's hungry. Shit, Detroit is hungry.
The Niners, they're not finesse.
Detroit is hungry. They've never won a Super Bowl.
Most of the NFL is finesse.
I'm
The
just
teams
saying,
that aren't finesse are bullying everyone, like the 49ers.
The front office wants to build with speed and position flex.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
not
stupid.
big boys and
I've never liked
dominate
that.
one position. I don't give a shit if a guy can
never
play,
liked that.
3 divisions. I mean, 3.
Yeah, Stephen Jones is in it. I don't give a damn. Oh, we need position flex. I don't need shit. I need a good linebacker. I don't need a safety that plays fucking linebacker, Stephen.
Yeah, Marquise Bell. Randy
I
Military.
don't, that was like, what is it with you taking a left guard and switching him to right guard? It makes no sense. Put my left tackle at right tackle, even though he's never played there before. That it makes no sense.
And you wonder why we
sense.
have these ups and downs. One game they'll do half decent, and then another game they'll be absolutely horrendous.
Dude, Guyton's played. Wasn't Guyton
Game
a
time,
right
we
tackle
aren't
in
beating
college?
the 49ers.
Yeah, he was a
Guyton,
right tackle at Oklahoma.
Yeah, can we just
Wow,
bench
you
Steele
gave
and put
up
Guyton
already,
at right
Ronnie.
tackle?
Okay.
Maybe bench Steele, put Guyton at right tackle. Where he's good
right.
at. Where he's played.
Yeah, Guyton was first team All American right tackle at Oklahoma.
But we're going to make him a left
put him on
tackle.
left.
But he's a right tackle.
Well, he's never played left tackle.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Maybe you should.
Maybe in high school.
Maybe we should take Steele out and move Guyton to right tackle.
See, what the Jones problem is that they're doing too much experiment trying to make these players something that they're not. That's the problem.
I'd say bench Steele right now because he's playing like crap. Put Guyton over at right tackle. Leave Tyler Smith at left tackle. Go ahead and let Josh Ball come in, play, and then keep BB at center, and then keep Zach Martin.
Gonna have to draft a guard because Zach Martin might retire.
You got something going on. Wade, you got an echo. Now you don't. Oh, now you do.
I'm on mute.
But you must be listening. Because I'm hearing it. I'm hearing myself talk.
But he has his muted.
You're on my phone. I'm on here. Like I'm broadcasting from the phone, but never done this.
Yeah, well, you hear what I hear? Just go out and come back in. He gone. Oh, wait.
No, it's still there. See?
Hey, Thomas, is your volume down? Or?
Huh?
So it sounds like it's coming from yours.
That's not coming from mine.
Check.
Check.
Check. That went away.
It's gone.
All right, it's gone. My bad.
That's weird, man. Those Wade. That's the gods telling Wade to calm it down, man.
Daniel says, loyal, if they somehow beat the 49ers after the bye.
Ronnie says we're not beating them.
What would the headline say about the Cowboys? It really don't matter.
They'd be up and down. They would ride the roller
beat the
coaster.
49ers. No. I really do. I think I got this stinky feeling we're going to beat the 49ers. I could be wrong.
Me too.
But I think we're going to beat them. But
Me too.
I'm not going to say, oh, we're Super Bowl bound. I'm not that. We're
touchdown. Yeah. What? Incomplete.
I'm not going to go that far. I mean, I'll just say, okay, we got a good win, but
What's that? What not?
still a lot of work, man. The home game streak, that's 4 games in a row, including the playoffs. You had all off season to fix this, and you don't do squat. And you lose 3 at home.
Review it. That's a touchdown. He got both toes in. Bing.
No, he
Bing.
Knee down. If he get one knee down, that counts for 2.
Yeah, I don't know that he got the knee down, but
he got the left knee down.
Loyal put that in the headliner on paper. But the Cowboys are going to beat the 49ers? I think the Cowboys are going to beat the 49ers. I
actually think they are. That's why I was making a statement.
I'll stick by that. I mean, I could be totally
Here's
wrong,
the deal.
but I think they're going to beat them.
If we would have lost by 3 yesterday, I don't think they would have worked as hard. They're getting lambasted. The world's coming to an end. You know how this league works. They're going to go and beat the 49ers. Let's not forget the 49ers have to play Kansas City this week. Let's just not forget that. So it's just the type of thing that Dallas will do. Now, me saying that, I don't know who's back and who won't be back. I know we'll have Bland. You know, I just think we'll get a better effort, but I don't know that. I don't know.
They got a lot of injuries too.
Yeah.
So, is that who we're signing, Wade, on your screen? Is that who the Dallas needs to sign?
That's who we're signing from the Little Giants movie. Yep. What's his name?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me.
We're signing.
He's was it
Got that kid's name in the movie.
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
Good call. Good call.
Oh, damn it. Just put it in my chest. Can't remember how he. No, that's gonna bother me, man.
Was it Spike?
Spike. I think you got it.
Yeah. Put old Spike in. He could do better than Zeke and them.
Did he miss that field goal? No, they got it.
Did they give him a touchdown on that?
Yeah, touchdown.
Let's see here. Boo, 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 boo.
Right over that defender, man. Almost had it.
Yeah, Damone Clark, I don't know. Well, he had no business calling the plays.
Yeah, he's not a good player. I'm sorry. He had his shot. There's something missing. Sorry, there's something missing there. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. I don't think he's a very smart player. So, you saw what happened. He's not a. He's. I don't even know if he's not Batman, but I don't know that he's Robin either. I think he's like maybe Catwoman or Batgirl.
I mean, she was pretty badass.
He's more like Dog Wonder.
I think he's Batgirl, right? Not Catwoman. Was there a Batgirl? No. Maybe
What's the Wonder Twins? You remember the monkey?
He's like Aquaman.
Twins?
He's like Aquaman.
He's like the monkey from the Wonder Twins.
He's like the Riddler. No, I don't.
Not the new Aquaman, not the badass Aquaman. I'm talking about the yellow one, the cartoon Aquaman. That's the comic book Aquaman. That's the one I'm talking about. I'm not talking about no Jason Momoa.
Yeah, the Cowboys' offensive line. No, it was horrible yesterday, Ronnie.
Very bad.
Man. We hadn't seen that all year, so, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I can point out a bunch of stuff that was wrong and what happened, the weaknesses that eventually, as a guy that will get better in the years, like, again, I pointed out with BB, these are things he's going to pick up. But right now, he's very focused on blocking every single time, which is great, but he doesn't tend to find that guy that's, like, stunting until it's too late. So you're getting a lot of pressure in some of those spots. So even our really, really good ones that have potential to be amazing are still, going through their growing pains, man. And unfortunately, everybody's doing it at the same time, and the coaches are not setting them up for success because, man, some of those questionable calls.
Oh, his name was Gleek Drew. Okay.
I can't say the whole, CeeDee Lamb didn't practice with Dak during the training camp, but it's like Shannon Sharp made a good point. Hold on, y'all been on the same team for 5 years. How do you lose chemistry?
That game was
You've been
bad.
throwing to each other for 5 years.
That game was so bad. It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters play. That's how bad it was. Literally, the Lions looked like the Harlem Globetrotters out there.
We had a lot of pressure in the face too.
So Daniel says, Loyal, if I may ask, why do you think we beat the 49ers? Well, we played them enough times. I think we're going to get them this time. I'm not going to say it's going to mean anything.
You know what I think the 49ers are going to do? They're going to line up and they're going to run right down our throats. That's what they're going to try to do.
No. Going to try.
Didn't both the running backs?
I think the morale.
Both the running backs gone.
I think the morale will be up. We'll get some players back.
Again,
morale will be a lot higher.
It's a week-to-week league.
Morale will be back up. They'll need a get-up game, and this will be the get-up game for them after getting decimated. The worst home loss in Cowboys history.
Win.
But sometimes Michael Irvin was talking about this. Sometimes it's not a week-to-week league. The championship level teams find a way to win no matter what.
Nobody's doing that.
Even though they're not playing good,
nobody's
they find
doing
a way
that
to win.
now except
Kansas
Minnesota.
City's not playing the best, but they're finding ways to win.
Well, okay, they got Patrick Mahomes.
That game is next Sunday night, right?
No, it's 4:25. I just saw it.
The San Francisco game.
4:25.
That's Sunday night.
4:25. 4:25.
He'll get it eventually.
One more
On
time.
Fox.
425.
Yeah, on Fox.
Not Sunday night. 425.
Yeah, on Fox.
Okay, you kept saying
425.
Sunday night. I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly. And they got a great passing game. Exactly, Daniel. They don't have the running part of it. I mean, even their third string did not look good. Obviously, there's still some time in between there. So, I mean, you could have something. I just didn't know if their backup Mason. I didn't really catch the end of that injury. I know he got hurt. I just didn't know how bad
Mason
it was.
got hurt. He got hurt in the Seattle game.
Yeah, but I didn't know how bad it was. Was it just something that is a little bit, or is it like season thing? Is it like 4 or 5 weeks? I just didn't know. I didn't catch anything from that.
Yeah, what do you think, Chris May? Yeah, Tyler Smith, left tackle, BB, left guard,
Tyler
wants that.
center,
No, Tyler
Martin,
needs to
right
go
guard,
back.
He needs to go
right
back.
tackle.
Yeah, Tyler needs to go back.
He
That
needs
was
to. You
horrible.
need to have the growing pains. Unfortunately, man,
Yeah, you can't have it.
you can't just bail out like
Tyler's a guard.
Yes, exactly.
But we all have our opinions, so whatever. I think he should go back to Guyton if he's healthy, and you need to find out. You know, I trust the guys like Bobby Belt and guys who know Brian Broaddus and all these guys who know, offensive linemen. He's going to struggle at first, and then he's going to be a dominant player because of his physical skills, just the sheer size and athletic ability of Guyton. He's a left tackle. Or eventually a right tackle. I could see that, Wade. But right now, we got to find out.
I would love to get rid of Steele.
Well, definitely be a right tackle if Steele keeps playing this way for the next year.
Yeah, he's not playing well right now. So it is what it is. But game time, that Lions game was so bad that the pills are good. The pills didn't help. I hear you, bro. Pills did not help. This is how bad it was. Everybody make sure you watch your monitor. This is how bad it was. Let me see.
Oh man. Shout out to
dry heaving.
You're dry heaving? Ooh, take the milk, man. Take the milk. Take it.
I was hurling in a bucket. The hell? He's pounding. Look at Troy, baby. He's pounding. Wade's upside down. Fat guy in a little coat.
Tommy won.
Gotta pound that water. Gotta pound that water. You know me.
Fat guy in a little coat. Oh, shit. The team website's schedule says 49ers is at 8:20. Okay. So it is at 8:20. I'm looking at ESPN and it's saying 4:25. So I'm talking about Chiefs at 49ers is what we're talking about.
Chiefs and Niners that's the late game on Sunday.
But Dallas plays at 8:30. Yes. Dallas plays Sunday night.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they do against the bye.
So when I know this is probably going to get a lot of different. When it comes to this team, I love the core that's there. The team that was scheduled to come in and learn. We've had to make a lot of last minute additions, whether it was in the secondary, whether it's in the edge rushers and stuff like that. So to me, I like the core team that's going there, and that with Brian, a lot of them that he was labeling off going into the next year. You know your big, huge your weaknesses. I mean, we've talked about some of these guys that are going to be leaving. They're not huge. They're not huge holes. I mean, contract year, everybody balls out in their contract normally. He's not doing so. So it's going to be interesting there. But you need help there. Would you go out if you're going to go offensively and get a weapon, Brian? What would you go do?
We need another receiver and a running back. We need a receiver and a running back. And keep getting offensive linemen.
Yes.
Keep getting offensive linemen.
So to you, would you go ahead?
I think you need to go into the defensive tackle too.
Well, yeah.
You got to look at getting a new one.
Well, again,
there's just certain ones you have to go out there and spend that money on those spots.
Yes. Go get me a Jeffrey Simmons out of Tennessee. Everybody wants to splash at the deadline. We need a receiver. No, go get me Jeffrey Simmons. Okay, they're not going nowhere. He's available. Go get him. Okay, that's the type of guy I would want. But if not now, in the offseason, go get yourself a dynamic defensive tackle. Pay the damn money. Pay him. Pay that man his money.
There's just certain spots that are
positions
just
in the draft.
glaring to you right now that we knew going into the out of last season that they were going to be a problem, and we're seeing them again. You got to spend the money. You can't rely on the fact that, well, maybe the draft is going to be, we're always great at drafts. You know, like, you can't do that, man. And I am hoping that this is a little bit of a rude awakening for him, you know? All right, so Monday night.
Yeah, I don't think Zim's going to be back for defense next year, so we don't need to worry about that.
That's why I kind of wanted us to keep getting blown out, so they wouldn't, couldn't use any excuses. Like, damn, we got to start getting free agents. This ain't good enough. Drafting ain't just good enough.
Simmons plays for Tennessee, Donnie.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I saw him play yesterday.
Oh, when they were playing, that was an interesting game there. That was grinding.
Yeah, Indianapolis. I saw him play yesterday.
Yeah, Michael, we need one right now. I mean, we got 4 of them that are out. So, I mean, says a lot. If D-Law doesn't come back next year, you need to get out.
I don't think D-Law's coming back.
I don't think so
No,
either, man.
I think this is it for D-Law.
I think next year when it's all said and done, he'll retire, and I think Zach Martin's going to retire.
I think Zach Martin, I think this is it for him. I think this is it. Because yesterday he had to I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to tell nobody what his PFF grade yesterday or nothing.
He's older.
Yep.
All right, the start of the second quarter, Jets up 10-7 over Buffalo, which is a little bit surprising. But the Jets have been able to kind of keep it out of Buffalo's hands.
Yeah, we still got 3 quarters left.
You're damn right, Troy, because, I mean, how long can you keep Buffalo's offense down if you're... But at least that's the strong part of their team, of the Jets, is their defense, so...
Yeah, and then plus you got to look at it like this, too. The divisional rivals, both teams know each other's number, and, if this would have been another team, it would be a different story. With Buffalo anyway.
Yeah. I think the one in this division that I feel like could be such a great team if they just had somebody that could lead them would be Miami, man. They got so many weapons and just nobody to drive the vehicle.
Nope.
And then plus tonight's game is like the Jets, they're going to be fired up because, they got rid of Robert Saleh last week. And then plus they want to, win this game for the,
It's the same old team now. Same old team, just a different coach.
Mark Hutt says, your thoughts on your commissioner talking about having a Super Bowl in a different country? Hell no.
No.
No. Hell no.
Hell no.
Oh, God, this guy.
Hell no.
No,
play a game.
No. Hell to the no.
Super Bowl say in the house, and that's in this nation. Forget
That'd be
about
a disgrace if they had Super Bowl in another country.
Especially since you're robbing those fan bases of, seeing their team. Like, that's messed up.
You don't take the Super Bowl outside this country. What the hell is wrong with Roger Goodell? Been drinking again?
He's like, I haven't fined anybody for a while. I haven't suspended anybody for a while. I feel like I need getting like an itch. I need pissing people off.
Damian Daniel says, Loyal, do you think that having Micah, Bland, Kendricks, Carsons, and Guyton back against San Fran would help the Cowboys' chances of win? Yeah. And I'll tell you why I think the reason why I think the 49ers are going to lose is because they're going to go in there. They're going to go in there big-headed because they're going to think, oh, we ain't worried about y'all. and they're going to get punched in the face.
Loyal, you said we were going to beat Detroit. We got blown out.
No, I didn't say we was going to beat Detroit.
No, he didn't say that.
No, I was the only one that said Dallas would beat Detroit.
I said we were going to get diddy by Detroit. We did.
Yeah, without the baby oil.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about that, Daniel, where he's asking Loyal, I mean, everyone you just named, Micah, you have to do a whole game plan around. Bland, wasn't he the leading receiving TD interception guy last year? Kendricks, he's been our leading tackler.
Yeah, no, that don't mean nothing, Phil. We suck.
No. Guyton's our number one draft pick that's blocking the left side. Okay. But no, I guess none of those
Pro
mean
Bowlers,
anything.
people, and anybody that's going to sit back and go, yeah, well, we're not good. Then you don't know what you're looking at. Are we good enough to win a Super Bowl? Okay, maybe not. But that's not. Again, when you're playing a football season, as soon as you think that you're not good enough, we should just cancel the season. No, that's not how it works. You got to play. You got to get better. There's injuries that happen. Shit, you can sit there. What's the matter,
Bobby? I'm glad Bobby's. She said Detroit clapped Dallas's cheeks.
Yeah, pretty badly. And a record attendance crowd. Oh, Detroit fans showing up. That's what it was.
Fire said we're going to win. And you blamed all of us, too.
Oh, is that what it was?
Whoever said
that bad
you
mojo?
need a slap in the face.
It's
Big
just
D,
funny.
I
the
ain't
way
quitting, baby. I ain't quitting. You ready?
Listen, let it go. My name Bishop Bullwinkle. I got the first church,
I've been a fan for almost 10 years. No, hell no. When you quit, you sell out. No.
Loyal, Dallas isn't tough enough to beat the Niners. They have all the things that go against Dallas. Run game and defense.
Now, normally I would say that, but if any
Drew,
year, this is going to be it.
We're beating the 49ers.
I don't think that necessarily means that we beat them, but
That don't mean
right
nothing,
now,
no.
yeah, it doesn't mean anything. But
we'll lose to Atlanta, but
yeah,
I mean,
that's the truth.
If we don't win another game,
said
we'll beat the
Niners.
49ers.
That's why everybody was like, "Oh, we got to have Wade would say we got to have a signature win." Well, not if we lose every other game. No, we don't. It don't mean shit. You got to win and then put another win behind that shit.
If we lose a lot of games, we just can't lose that Eagles game here in Dallas. We can't lose that one.
Well, it's funny you brought up.
Oh,
the
that'd be bad.
This is. I mean, it's funny you brought up the Eagles because Nick Sirianni. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of the major stuff, but I was watching some of the stuff. My God, did they roast him today on ESPN? They're roasting him everywhere. He was arguing. This is no lie.
Well, with his own people.
He was
like,
arguing
it's
with his
idiots.
own fans because he don't like the clapping. And who's the guy that's the big boy that's always in there?
Hey, Hamid.
Anyway,
we are going to beat the 49ers.
Yeah. Who cares what Hamid says? He's in a cave half the time.
Who cares about
I
it?
lost my train of thought. Don't worry about it, everybody. Sorry. What's up, Dustin?
You were wondering who this big guy was.
Yeah, the ESPN guy. Yeah, the ESPN dude. He was like, it was with it was a big dude. It's not Kendrick Perkins, the other guy. But anyway, it was him, and it was the
Talking about Damian Woody.
Yeah, and Orlovsky. They were talking, and then they said that Sirianni brought in his kid in the post game. And it's like, they're saying that they think Nick Sirianni is having a mental breakdown. And because that's what people who have mental breakdowns do, they shave their head and shit. He is losing his mind. And that's following a win. I don't care how ugly it was. That was a win. You got to win. You should be happy.
He just made that Salem's Lot movie, so he's a little hungover from that.
He was the bad character. He was the main character in Salem's Lot. Looks just like him. But yeah, that's what's going on in Philly, man. Philly B will tell you, they want his head on a spit. Even their own fans don't like him because even in a win, he's got to find a way to be a dick. Okay? He's got to just run up the tunnel and stop looking into the crowd because Philly fans will keep it real. They'll tell you sucked, and that's following a win, people. That's following a win. A 4-point win against the lowly Cleveland Browns at home. Doesn't matter. It's still a win. They were lighting his ass up, and he didn't like it. What do you want, Nick? Oh, look at that. Nice catch.
I think it's coming back though.
Yeah, I
Flag
think
is
so
up.
too. I like Deontay Johnson, but they said they're
Oh,
not
it's
trading
against
him. So
the Jets. It's against the Jets.
he's getting lit up here, Drew. Again, he needs to just calm down, take the W, and not worry about the fans. Because the minute you start worrying about the fans, especially in Philly, it's a wrap for you, my friend. It's a wrap because you're not going to win that. Shit, even in U2, I can't fight with all the fans. I'm not going to win that. Philly?
No, wait. Oh,
You
did he
ain't gonna
catch
win.
that? He caught that. Holy cow.
He called it.
Yeah, no, he caught the ball, but there's a
Whoa.
flag somewhere.
It's gonna be holding. Got to be holding, maybe close to the.
It's
end
against the
zone?
defense.
Is it
Illegal
against defense?
contact.
Oh, I see.
It was a big contact.
I want to score some points.
That's the problem.
Oh, what? You wanted me to do you some sound bites too, Brian. What would you like? My laughs?
Well, just email me a long clip of your crazy laugh.
That one?
Yeah, but loud and long. Phil, happy to hear you're fine. Oh, he's good, Oscar. Phil's he's good. Yeah, Sirianni has no shot, Hamid. Sirianni has no shot in that
Thank you,
town
Oscar.
if he keeps arguing with the fans. Just shut up, man. It was a win. Put it in your
Honestly,
back
to tell you
pocket.
the truth, I think that makes him more just to keep. Like if he stand his ground and stuff like that. It's when you're a pushover
You
that
don't do that though, Phil, and then bring your little kid in the post game interview room so you get.
Yeah. Oh my
like,
God, that whole thing. Yeah.
that
To get the
was
sympathy.
creepy.
Yeah.
That was creepy. Sorry.
The whole family was there.
Oh, I told you knew the trigger.
True that, Daniel.
Yeah, I thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind, a lot insane. Come on.
What about, dude? Daniel Amber just wants us to trade for a receiver. He wants Jalen Waddle now. Again.
Well, no, we were talking about
I'm out
we were
on
talking about different
Waddle.
wide receivers, what we would want if there was a chance.
I'm not on Waddle. As a matter of fact, Waddle just signed the new deal with Miami.
Yeah,
he did.
I ain't gonna
Sounds like an $85 million
I ain't
deal with
gonna
Miami.
take the service too far.
I was saying I would take Hill. Just need somebody that can find
My
separation.
Sunday morning, hell to the no. Come on. Hell no. To the no. Yeah.
Hell no.
I got Buffalo
to the
pick
no,
tonight.
no.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes. Loud
Yeah,
and
we can
clear.
hear you. We can hear you, Bob.
Oh, I got a funny Jerry impression.
Go ahead, do it.
I'll do the best I can. So he's like, yeah, I just want to thank all my fans for coming out to my 802nd birthday. And I just want to make up for it for, next year, if you buy some season tickets, you can get a free picture with Rowdy. And you can also get one free refill on your soda. And I went to the doctor. And I thought I had arthritis, but they just told me it was early onset rigor mortis.
My name is your boy. I got the first.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
So Oscar has a question for us. He says, guys, have one question for everyone on our live stream. Will the Cowboys be much better with Josh Allen on the team?
No, it'd be the same.
You just got gonged.
Oh, I would like him. That's if all this was to happen. As if this was to happen, I wouldn't mind having him as our DC.
That's
Because
an
he
Eagle
is a
fan, Hamid. Don't talk about your Eagle fan that way.
I don't know if I'd want
Bobby's a
Sulla
diehard
as a
Eagle
DC
fan.
though.
Hey, what hurts worse? The botch snap by Romo, the blowout by Favre in the playoffs on Minnesota, or this loss here?
No, Romo.
By far, this one.
No, the Romo.
No, I gotta say the Romo.
Actually, you asked me. The loss to Green Bay last year.
Either that or the Dez catch.
No, give me
the playoff game to get to the conference.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's not even close.
I'll take last year's Green Bay playoff game.
It's not a. Well, we were never in that game, so you could say.
I know that's what makes it the
well. I think to me it don't hurt as much as when you're in it, and then Dez gets a touchdown that they've said now it would be a touchdown.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'll take
that one too.
I'd say the case because
hell no. No.
Would have won that game.
Hey guys, your next home game is against the Eagles.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not good.
Don't get too
Your
excited.
next home game is against the Eagles.
We'll be at that game.
And our terrible offense that scored 34 against them. Yeah. Against the Browns.
We'll worry about it. Who knows what it's going to look like in 4 weeks? Let's just get there. Let's be there.
Yeah, let's get past the bye healthy and then go into San Francisco and do what we can do.
All right, let's see here. I want to see something here. Week 7, next week. Let's see what's going on here. Eagles are at the Giants. Okay. Giants are 0-3 at home. Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite.
Sounds like us, 0-3 at home.
I think we need to match that 15-win streak. Go the opposite way.
No. Now, are we rooting for the Chiefs or the Niners next week?
I want the Chiefs.
Again, we play them the following week.
Yeah, we get the Niners.
I know, but do you?
Oh, the following week we get.
Do you
the Chiefs?
want the Niners coming off a loss, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't really matter.
I want them losing.
Yeah,
but I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
Chiefs. We want NFC losses.
It doesn't matter because
I'd rather the Chiefs lose myself. I could care less. We're not, Niner. I don't know. If we lose to the Niners, it don't mean anything. So you're going with
touchdown.
You're going with the assumption that we're going to beat the Niners. Oh, look at that! That was disgusting.
What happened?
Dallas is third on my hate list. I hate New England, then the Chiefs, then Dallas.
There you go.
See if we were more successful, that would be up there a little. We would be higher.
Yeah,
but
I don't know why you hate us
Jerry.
now. I don't know. Why would anybody hate Dallas now?
Yeah,
they
exactly.
haven't done nothing in so long.
I love it when I'm talking to somebody or I see somebody I'm at a stadium or something, and the people they see the jersey and you're a bandwagon, and I'm just
what
like,
the fuck bandwagon are we on?
What are you talking about?
If I was bandwagon, I would have left a long time ago.
What?
I mean, Jesus. Anyway, next Monday there's 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know why that is.
I hate that.
They need 2 Thursday night games.
But this is 8:15 and 9. It's later.
We'll get 3 games in 5 weeks there, Loyal or Phil.
What's that?
Yeah, we'll get what?
We get 5 Thursday games in a couple 5 weeks.
Who are you guys playing on Thanksgiving this year?
That's what I'm talking about. Is the Thanksgiving games.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 5 weeks in a row kind of thing. We had a lot of them.
No. You said we need 2 games on Thursday.
They got 3, right? 4?
Yep, 3 games on Thursday.
So, who's playing the next doubleheader Monday night game?
Ravens at Tampa, and then Chargers at Arizona.
Ooh,
not bad game.
That's next week, ain't it?
Yeah, next Monday.
Ooh, that Ravens Cowboys game may be interesting. Is the game in Tampa or Baltimore?
Tampa.
Do we have a early line on the Cowboys game coming Sunday against bye? Are they favored? Do we know?
I think we're gonna lose it.
What, the bye week? I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
are an underdog in that game.
Are we an underdog in
Yeah,
that one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think we're the favorite.
Who do you think the next coach to be fired will be? I think it's Doug Peterson
Oh,
and
man,
then Sirianni.
Yeah, Peterson's gone.
I'm gonna say Peterson.
I don't think
Sirianni
being
is on the
fired.
hot seat. I don't think he's on the hot seat. Yeah.
I think Sirianni only gets fired if he keeps fighting with the fans.
Yeah, my thing is
After a win, for crying out loud. I gotta close my door. My nipples are getting hard.
Okay, TMI on that one.
Yeah, my thing is if Jacksonville lose Sunday in London, yeah, he's gone.
There, he won't. Yeah, find your own flight home. Leave his ass there.
Hell, I'll take him back on the Eagles over Sirianni. At least he's honest.
It's just I think the non-success there doesn't really have a lot to do with him, just because nobody wants to play in that city. So it's just like there was a lot of, because the ownership's sons came out and said a bunch of stuff. Everybody wanted out of there and everybody wanted traded, and so it's like they're really starting over again. And it's gonna be a while before they're really. I thought they would be at least competitive this year, but man, Trevor Lawrence has looked pretty bad.
Yeah, they're talking about him moving over to London.
Yeah, it makes more sense. They get more support over there.
Right.
So what's up? What's up?
Yeah, are they getting that stadium redone down in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to do there.
I booked me and Phil. We're gonna tour the
couples
Star.
massage. Oh no, damn. Fuck.
Not a couple massage. That would be a hard no.
Damn. All right,
No
fine. Let's
pun
do everything you want to do.
Sorry, I'm back.
No pun intended. It's a hard no.
Sorry,
open.
Blue. I have to kind of fold them in and do that. Fold them down so I can move my thing. I've got that extender on my laptop, but one of the monitors isn't working.
Yeah, Blue Virus said he'd rather look at your avatar. So.
Oh, you want the avatar,
No,
Blue?
I'm joking. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hold on. Oh,
let's
come
see
on.
what's happening.
Roger.
I don't think happy endings are cheating.
I didn't catch that. All right, so what do we see? Oh, that was pretty good. Are you like 2 plays ahead of us over there,
Yeah.
Thomas?
Don't Game Time's avatar look like a hitman?
Looks like he's about to.
He looks like a hitman.
Am I 2 plays ahead?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I just saw Aaron Rodgers make a good throw, and you're over here complaining against him. Flea flicker, and that's.
Oh, I do get the game.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're 2 plays ahead. Like it's just crazy. Like, guy lives in the future and shit. It's like.
No, Aaron Rodgers, he took too long in the pocket.
I think the Jets are getting too
I
cutesy
said
on
we're
their plays
drafting
right
a
now.
friggin' left tackle.
Oh, I like that one. I love that one, Brian.
I think Buffalo missed their window too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have a strong enough team this year. But they're not too far off. They're not as far as we are. Yeah.
Talking about Buffalo?
Yeah. Holy shit! What's up, Rob?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I didn't see you come in.
I just jumped in now.
I saw the Hitman Game Time over there.
I know he's looking sharp over there.
That's it. That's when you know your team ain't doing too good. We're resorting to this shit.
It's my lotion.
Yeah. Put the lotion in the basket. What movie? Put the lotion in the basket.
Hey, Brian, how's that board meeting going there in Dallas? Is it going good?
Oh, sorry. It's going well. I just told Jerry to get in the closet. I told
Puts the
Jerry to get
lotion on the
involved.
skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hey, game time. You trying to be Buffalo Bill over there or what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
Rob, I'll be having to send you that 100 at this rate.
Right.
Yeah, stay
I'll be
tuned.
having to
I'm
send
getting
it to you
ready to
pretty
tuck
fast.
my shit between my legs, and like in a few minutes.
This is Jerry
Of course, your nipples are
Jones
hard.
and,
How you're tucking between your legs. Like
I'm gonna tuck my junk between my legs. I'd fuck me. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
This is Jerry Jones, and I just got my ass whipped on my birthday yesterday. And, I'm looking for me some glory hole.
Well,
I was on a dating site called Carbon Dating.
Oh
I
man,
asked the girl
Aaron just
for
got
a
ate
number.
up.
140 over 90.
Settle down just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I don't have patience to jack with you today.
There it was. Glory hole.
Oh,
There
the
it
glory
was.
hole.
Glory hole.
Well, Jerry, if you don't have a patience,
So Tyron Smith just got beat really bad.
yeah, everybody wants Tyron. Everybody loves Tyron Smith, and they all want him back.
Man, that was bad. He was Olay.
I love hearing Jerry talk. He's TV gold.
It's like the Tales from the Crypt type of shit. Like it's
Skeletor.
Anyway, that's all, and that's enough of that. Skeletor, yeah. How old is he? 82 or 83?
82.
82.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 82.
82, and the normal life expectancy, I believe, is around 75 or 76. So, listen, you would think you would just be wanting to kick back and let somebody else run the team. Did you see how he looked coming off the field?
It's like Paterno. The moment he gets pulled away, he's dying. Like you can't do that with him.
Well, yeah, but he's got a lot
purpose right now.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you, if they pull Jerry back away
See,
from
that's the thing. Jerry, at this rate, is never going to be able to win a Super Bowl without Jimmy's players. He's not going to be able to prove it wrong.
I think the struggle there is the fact that, their success was prior to the cap, and with the cap in place, it's tough, man. I think they always
I don't
have
think
good
it was
intentions.
because of the cap. Jimmy made more
think so.
trades
I think
than
he's
every NFL team combined in that 4-year period. Than the entire NFL trades.
But in a no cap era, Wade, that's the difference.
Hold on, yeah, but no cap. But you still have,
No, you were able
draft
to
capital.
take-
You have to trade.
You
He
were
was like
able-
Steinbrenner.
You were able to take on contracts and he sign a
If I'm not
Charles Haley,
mistaken,
make
hold
a
on,
trade
hold
for.
on 1 second. 92, the Cowboys were the lowest paid team in the NFL.
Yeah, but think about the fact that when they traded with Minnesota, they got all these guys, they cut them
That'll
all to
never
get these
happen
draft
again,
picks,
Wade.
but that would have been dead money now, so there's a lot that would have added up eventually with all
That'll
those trades.
never happen again.
which
That's
is-
a
Well,
once
yeah,
in a
no, it's
lifetime
not gonna
trade.
Yeah, Herschel Walker thing ain't gonna happen again, where you could just cut
Well,
players
that-
and take draft
and
picks. That ain't
then-
gonna happen.
And then hitting on all the picks. It's not easy to do that. If that was the case, look
Very
at how
hard.
many
It
quarterbacks.
was lightning in a bottle. That's why Jerry, you can't recapture it.
Well, that's
Well, I
what
think
I'm
what was
saying. Nobody can.
nice, I
gotta
think
build
what was
it
nice when you had Jimmy is that your main
foundationally.
scouting guy was a head coach of that college, winning the championship, going against these players, and so he was your main guy. Your main scouting dude was your head coach too. So I mean, that was a big advantage. He knew who he wanted. He could go out and get them. So I think you had the guy that was cooking, also buying the groceries.
Right.
Regardless.
Yep, that's why when you hit lightning in a bottle, you can't let it go. You have to ride it as long as you can.
And maybe we could have got a year out of it, but I think it's overblown how long Jimmy would have actually stayed. Jimmy,
Well, it was like
No, I will say, I'm not saying we
He's
would have
gonna
won 5
burn
or
out.
6,
yeah.
he would have.
but I definitely think the Cowboys may have been the first team to win 3 in a row if Jimmy stayed.
Yeah, yeah, well, absolutely. But that
At least 3.
But that being said, we're talking 28 years ago. We need to look forward to what teams are doing that are successful.
Yeah, I need to
these
look
days.
forward to the implosion that's ahead of me.
Wow, good, and we're gonna enjoy it.
He makes so much money. Cowboys are just a sideshow now.
I think it's starting to hit him though.
Jerry knows. I live here in Dallas. He's feeling the heat big time.
But
he
I'm saying,
is.
I think he realizes that. Oh my God! Because just look,
He was really chippy.
He's running out of time. He just turned 82. He's probably sitting in that suite like,
guess
dude,
what?
I just turned 82.
You get, Jerry. Sorry, brother. You're a billionaire. You've lived a life that we can only dream of living, and you still screwed it up. Sorry. I mean, not
you sold
not
your soul to
financially, but you know
Satan
what I
for
mean.
that 3rd Super Bowl. Now look at you.
You got
And don't lie to your fans saying you're going all in and sign one free agent.
I told y'all what would go down, and
it makes sense though. I mean, when you sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
Oh no! Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when you're holding your cards and then you push all in, how many cards do you switch out? Do you switch all of them? Do I go? Can I give you 4 cards? I'll take 1 card, or I have like all the ones in my hands. I mean, I understand his philosophy on it. It's not the same as what we're thinking all in means. So I mean, I get his poker reference. I love the cards that I have. Just right now, I think it just so reminds me of preseason football right now.
Again,
the last time Jerry was all in was like 06, 07, 08 when he was just going madhouse in free agency. And then it just changed after that whole team fell apart. It just changed.
They
Will McClay
got bent
came
out
in.
of shape when they went and signed the cornerback from the Chiefs,
Brandon Carr.
They got all bent out of shape.
And Roy Williams trade messed them up too.
I already got his name. Brandon Carr, I thought.
Yeah, it's Brandon Carr.
Okay.
But I know this sounds weird, and he'll deny.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. But.
No, but Dallas will deny it. But they are cheap. They are cheap. They're cheap.
Yeah, they will.
They're very cheap. Phil, you'll see. What I was about to tell everybody is me and Phil are going to the Star. We're staying a couple nights.
Are they cheap the last 15 years or cheap like since Jerry Jones bought the team?
They're cheap. They don't want to pay a coach not to coach. That's being cheap. Sometimes you got to move on from a coach and you got to pay him $5 million to sit at home. They don't want to do that. They kept Jason Garrett. They let him be a lame duck. The hell, they hired Mike McCarthy while Jason Garrett was still in his office looking at shit on a board. He was there a week. And finally they said, you got to leave, Jason. But what I'm trying to get at is they're cheap.
They moved too slow, I think. I mean, they've made Dak the highest paid player in the NFL. I mean, they paid CeeDee Lamb. They gave Jimmy Johnson, he made Jimmy Johnson the highest paid coach in the NFL. Like, he'll spend some money.
He's cheap, okay? He's cheap. He charges the players for their lunch, which is what I was trying to get to.
Of his answer yesterday when they asked him if he's going to hold on to McCarthy. I mean, he holds on to these coaches too long, and the lack of accountability is there.
Now,
Coach Clapp should have been fired 2 years prior to
that's
him
what I
being
was saying. Now,
fired.
McCarthy, Rob, I don't know that there's an answer right now. I don't think you should fire him. I think
even if we fired him now, I don't think nothing
there's
would
not
change.
an answer.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they should fire him, but I wasn't surprised him saying they weren't going to fire him.
Yeah, but
that's just what they do.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Coach Clapp should have been let go. He was able to coach 10 years. Just drink that in, everybody. He was able to coach 10 years.
Jason Garrett should have been let go after them first 3 8-8 seasons.
Coach 8-8, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the listen. You can say whatever you want about this team, Wade. Now they may not get to 12 this year. They've won 3 straight 12-win seasons. You had a chance. They choked. Okay. If you're the owner, right, you're looking at it like, wait. You were the 2 seed. I don't think they were the 1 seed, were they? No, I don't think they ever made it to the 1 seed the last 3 years. But, as far as the Joneses are concerned, they put this team into position to win some playoff games, and they didn't get the job done. So, but I think he is cheap because Phil, when you go and when we go on the Star Tour, we get to go by the cafeteria, and they tell you that they charge the Dallas Cowboy players every week for lunch, like a couple $100 a month or something for lunch.
That's just crazy.
The Dallas Cowboys.
How in the hell are you going to have
money,
buy-in
Rob.
from your players? Right. They don't need the money. They're
No, I'm
billionaires.
not saying they're not the only team that does it. I know there's more teams that do it. But if you're going to call yourself the gold standard, you're this, you're that, that's cheap, Wade.
You take care of your players.
You're cheap. Okay? You're a cheap fucking organization.
No, that means you're money hungry.
Well, all right. Well,
you care about money more than winning.
Yeah, you care about money, but they won't fire the coach because of why? I don't care what you want to name it. They don't want to fire the coach because they don't want to pay a coach not to play. That's why. So again, I was embarrassed.
And hold on, Mike Fisher said this today. The Dallas Cowboys are a marketing team that plays football on the side. Look at during the game. They posted on they posted on the big TV. We got record attendance, but they didn't want to post the score when we were getting destroyed.
You don't want to fire McCarthy because he'll have to pay somebody else.
Exactly.
I mean, who cares about your attendance when you're getting blown out, Jerry?
Cheap. He'll spend money on hookers and 7-Eleven, wine on the bus, yes.
Knocking women up in restroom stalls.
And copters at the fucking Catalina wine mixer, he'll hang and bang. But when it comes to feeding his players or firing a coach, and God forbid they're home collecting a paycheck, you got a problem with it. Okay.
Well, then landing your chopper on the field, that's the stupid shit.
That's a hey, look at me moment.
Right.
Yeah, we're looking at you. And everybody's going to get mad at me. I'm going to get people rip me. Oh, you're too mean to Jerry. Sorry. He's 82 years old. Okay? They take people's licenses away because they're not qualified to drive at that age. You're running a multi-billion-dollar franchise. Give me a break. Right. Give me a break. It's over.
You talk about, and Brian, you talking about the license thing? Wasn't it about a year and a half ago he wrecked his Lexus?
Yeah, he was flying down. Yep. I don't know. Wade could tell you. He's local.
Somebody turned.
Yeah, but still, though, he was moving. Did you see the footage?
With no seatbelt on, right?
He was doing like 80. He was hovering. He was in a fucking hovercraft at that point, to a busy section of town. Jared. Yeah, he was hammered. He paid somebody off.
He was negotiating a contract.
They make fun of Jerry Jones here in Dallas. He drinks Johnny Walker Blue. That's like $75 a shot. Like
it's $500 a bottle because I've drank that before. It's overpriced, by the way. It's silly.
Yeah, that's exactly down Jerry's alley,
exactly.
Right there.
He's not
Johnny
cheap
Walker
when it
Blue.
comes to himself. He's cheap when it comes to the players. I'm sorry. There is a bit of the days of him throwing money out, and I don't know what happened. He got neutered somewhere along the way.
Dollar bills, y'all. I'm talking It was those ones. I really think the trading part came with that Roy Williams trade with Detroit. When they traded for that one and they got really screwed with the first rounds.
Phil, when they built that team, Jerry, they were signing, trading. That team went 13-3, home field advantage. I mean, for a good 3 years, that team was good. They couldn't get it done. So they said,
then they didn't have first round draft picks for a while.
That's when they hired Will McClay after that.
Yeah, he should be the GM, period.
Yes, he should. I was just going to say that too. Will McClay should be the GM.
Mike McCarthy is going to finish the year out. I believe he will, Curtis.
I'm sure he will.
I'm not
saying... He might even be back next year.
I was agreeing too. I was thinking that we'll see how the rest of the year goes. If it goes downhill like a toilet, then no. But I could definitely, even if it goes average, I think he could see him next year.
It all depends, Again, as you see in Philly and you see in a lot of places, the head coach is more of a figurehead. As long as you got good coordinators,
That's
really,
what you need. Yeah.
I don't think it's a real big a deal. I think what you really need is a motivator. The problem is he's our coordinator, and I don't think he's doing a good job right now.
And I agree with you on that one. That's the part where you don't need him.
That's the problem where I think it's an issue, right?
And then if he's not coordinating your offense. Well, if you're not coordinating your offense, you're not helping the defense, then if you're a clock manager and you're terrible at that. So you don't bring any benefit by that point. If you're not motivating, if you're not coordinating correctly, and you can't even manage the damn clock. I think that's the biggest thing with him. That's always been my hang up with McCarthy. And then we look back to the Green Bay days. The running game never really existed. So it's nothing special that he's doing,
Well, so that's a good point, because I hear Mark talk about that too. It's like back when in the Super Bowl year of Green Bay, they had all these receivers and they didn't focus on the run. And he's trying to relate that to this year's Cowboys team. The problem is you guys don't have the Jordy Nelsons, the Devontae Adams. You don't have those stall of wide receivers to spread the ball out and make your running game non-existent. You just don't.
Definitely correct.
You are correct.
You are.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. Again, long season, people. It was ugly, but it only counts as one loss. Just like when I keep going back to last year, a lot of Dallas fans were getting so carried away. Oh my God, we're blowing everybody out. This is the year. And then you look back and go, okay, we didn't really beat anybody good. And we all got a little ahead of ourselves. So who knows, man?
I thought you were going to go deep last year. I told you I lost a lot of money on that Dallas Green Bay game. I thought last year could have been your year.
We all were surprised, but when you look back at the team and things aligned, even though we won 12, we still shouldn't have won the division. It took a collapse.
Yeah, we lost the division more than you wanted. I mean, we gave it up. We gave it.
12 wins is nice, but that doesn't mean nothing. I mean, it don't mean nothing if you don't win. So
right.
But it is
you
what
want
it
to
is.
stay on the road this year.
What happened?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. He's saying that you guys want to play on the road this year because
we're better on
at home.
We literally won 16 games. I think. Well, I know we won 8. Now I heard it. I don't know. You can fact check me, but I think we won like 16 games in a row at home prior to our latest 4. So I don't have an answer for that. But what I was saying earlier was, and I don't know if I got myself off track, but I don't know. But this started in
something shiny.
Yeah, something shiny. This happened in training camp when Mark blew me off for a family trip. How dare he? No, but I saved money. I didn't get to go watch a waste of training camp. But there was nobody there. I mean, there was people there, but I'm overstating it. But there wasn't a lot of people in Oxnard to see the Cowboys.
You'd have been all like, "Hey, Jerry, get off your knees. You're blowing our season."
Bills. That
the fumble, was that fumble? Like
that
Game time.
Yeah, that was
that
a fumble.
loss
Bills.
last year in the playoffs really pissed everybody off, upset everybody. And it started at the beginning of the year. The interest is not there. Every home game, there's a lot of visiting fans in the stadium. People are unloading. They're like, oh, well, your ticket renew is through the roof. Yeah, dummy, it's a good investment. Steven and Jerry, having Dallas Cowboys season tickets is a good investment. Not so you could go, weirdo.
Resell it.
So you can resell it and make double your money. And then if you happen to be good, then you keep your playoff tickets. That's what they do, so they're just so out of touch, man.
Hey, game time. When you went to the draft in Detroit, looking back from Sunday's game, you should have dropped a deuce in the street up there.
I told everybody they were going to win.
I hate Detroit.
I told everybody they were going to win that game. That was their Super Bowl. Everybody thinks Detroit's just. I like Detroit, but they hadn't been playing great. So we'll see. They'll probably go out. Who do they play this week? They'll probably go out and lose this week, for crying out loud.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love their game. I love their game plan.
Yeah,
I love their game plan on defense against us. But I wouldn't hire Aaron Glenn as my defensive coordinator.
No.
I do like how they played against us. They played amazingly.
Yeah, but when you have a Brian Branch who's unbelievable, and you have Aiden Hutchinson, and you have
I wanted that kid.
Yeah,
I wanted Philly to
Well, he
draft
eliminates
Branch so
that
bad.
for sure. Yeah, that play
do you remember
that
this
he
year,
intercepted
Phil?
it on. That's normally a scoring touchdown.
I kept bringing up a name. I kept bringing up this guy's name, and I'm like, man,
Kevin Joseph. I know you
No.
wanted Boss Man Fat back. All right, that's
Aleem
okay.
Mitchell. You remember Aleem?
Yeah.
Big boy. We were like, he fits the need of what the Cowboys need. Well, he fucking owned Zach Martin yesterday. Yeah, was it yesterday? It feels like it's been, yeah. He
3 years
owned
ago.
It's, you would think. Only Dallas is like the world comes to an end when they get blowed out. Everybody else is
certain
like,
ones. Like I wanted Sweat from Texas.
Booty Sweat?
Yeah.
He played the Titans now.
He wanted
Dude, he looks good, man. He looks good.
You know what? YouTube blows up when Dallas loses. Every channel has something about Dallas on it. It's crazy.
That's
You
crazy.
either love them or you hate them. I mean, that's all there is
most people
to it.
hate 'em these
But
days.
most people, yeah.
So
you know what though, Detroit hit really big that draft year as far as the year that they got Branch. Well, it was last year because he was a rookie last year. But for them to get Laporta and Branch both in the second round, those are 2 home run hits.
Yeah, their drafting has been pretty on point recently.
Yeah, the Lions are at the Vikings.
Dude, this halftime does not want to get here. Holy crap,
yeah, it's
man.
ridiculous.
So if the Lions beat the Vikings, what are we gonna say?
They're not beating the Vikings.
No. Well, I mean, it's always possible.
No, they're
I
not.
don't believe in Sam Darnold.
No, I'm telling you now that they're playing good. They're at the Vikings, home against the Titans,
But
the
I mean,
Packers.
isn't it like your
Here we
fifth
go.
team to charge?
The Lions are going to go on a losing streak here, people. You watch. Every time that a team comes in here and smokes, well,
That's true. That's probably,
I
You're
don't
right.
know. I mean, New Orleans hasn't won a game since they blew us out.
I'm just wondering if Darnold's going to come back down to earth.
I
The
know.
second half of the last game,
You
he
called that,
looked
though.
like shit.
You called them. I did not. I was
Yeah, I know,
totally
I know,
wrong
I
on
know.
Minnesota. Totally wrong.
Yeah.
But this is the Lions' next few games.
Yeah, but the Lions are just in the conference title. They're not a bad team, though.
No, they're not a bad team, but again, they're ranked number 27th in the league against the pass. Good luck in Minnesota. That's all. Good luck in Minnesota. You know how this league is, Wade. It's a ebb and flow. Just like when there's a big divisional game, Eagles Dallas. The following week, take the points on the other team if there is, because there's always a letdown. Always. So there's going to be a letdown. So you watch. And then anyway, they play at the Vikings, home against Titans. Okay, that's a win. At the Packers, as you see, the Packers are doing the same thing they did last year. Get out to a slow start, playing like shit, and now they're starting to pick it up.
Yeah, they are.
At the Texans on Sunday Night Football. Home against the Jags, okay. At the Colts, okay. Home against the Bears, home against the Packers, home against the Bills. Wow, they get all 3 of those in a row at home. Nice. At the Bears, at the 49ers, home against the Vikings. So we'll see. I mean, again, I'm not against the Lions, but it's a week-to-week league. We'll see. It's a long season. Hell, Eagles could get hot, offensively, and they could go on a run with their schedule. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, my God, look at the Eagles. Okay, you can see it. You can see the potential.
You don't need a good quarterback to win. Look at Nick Foles. Look at Trent Dilfer. Look at Phil Simms. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well,
at least
right.
Nick Foles were able to get it down the field, where Dilfer just relied on an amazing defense.
Yeah. Brad
Foles,
Johnson.
I mean, put up. He had a shootout in that Super Bowl against Brady.
Yeah, that's what was impressive. That's what was impressive. He out Brady.
Exactly.
And then we got rid of him. And then they got rid of him.
Oh, he called it. Yes, he did. He called it.
No, I
He
don't
called
know.
that hell there.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, he's like 2 plays ahead of us, so we got to.
No, I'm watching it. Yeah. Hey, he's already on the kickoff.
He called that.
Fumble on a kickoff. I'm not.
Hey, Thomas, my apologies, my man. The other day, I hope you didn't take that personal.
What you talking about? I don't
When I
even
told
remember.
you pump your brakes when you said for me to worry about my Eagles.
He was pissed.
Oh man, that's
might be able to send Rob this $100 because damn, our offense ain't putting up shit.
That's chat talk, man. That's chat talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, my apologies nonetheless, man. I just wanted to, let you know it was just banter, my man.
Hey Phil.
Boom, touchdown. Wow.
Hey Phil, the tickets went down big time. Yeah, just after yesterday's game.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they did. They went down $100.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
I bet. I can buy two.
Christ,
Absolutely.
Buy one, get one. I like this one.
Brian, the fucking party pass $60.
I know. Mark was telling me we're not doing the party pass, but help yourself, man.
I don't want to party.
Yeah.
Hey Walker, I'm still a little bit nervous about our bet, my man.
Content. We can't sit in a fucking
we
bar.
We just lost our left tackle, so we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, I was worried about that man there.
He's out for probably almost 3 to 4 weeks.
Out that
I
game.
didn't know.
Yeah, Mailata and Goddard both. They're going to both be out for.
What the fuck happened to Goddard?
Both of them hamstring.
Oh, Jesus.
They fear that Mailata might have possibly.
This is what I was saying, people. This is what I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it right here because I know people love to hate. And I don't care. Fucking hate. Go ahead. I don't care. But I'm not happy about that. That sucks. I don't want to see the Eagles hurt. I don't want to see Aiden Hutchinson get hurt. I don't want to see, my team fucking decimated.
It wasn't Aiden Hutchinson. It was like his own dude that,
Yeah, it was his own dude snapped his leg. But, the fact that Dallas, and Wade wants to shit all over him, and that's fine. I get what you're saying, Wade. But they have nobody right now on defense. I'm upset with the offense. Yes, I agree. Dak played like shit yesterday. But, again, you weren't stopping the Lions yesterday. They had nobody.
No pass rush.
How we did it in Pittsburgh, I don't know. We did it with mirrors.
They were. Fields didn't have a good game against you guys. You guys did a good job.
We stopped their run. We ran the ball against the number one rushing defense at the time. We did good. Right. We didn't do any of that. We didn't. Nobody played well. It was a total team failure, and it happens way too often with Dallas.
Audrey played well, and Lewis, I think Jordan.
Yeah, well, that's fucked up when our kicker is the best player on the team. That ain't good.
He's got half of our points through the season,
that
man.
Ain't good. Because it's only a matter of time. He's a kicker. He's gonna lose it too.
Hey, game time. You and Phil gonna buy a ticket? Like, not wait for Mark or what?
Mark, this is. The annoying part is...
Thank you for bringing our frustration.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm sure this will get back to him, but I don't give a crap. He says, okay, how many? So I reach out to West Virginia Country Boy. Him and his daughter are coming. I reach out to the Ward family. Only he's coming. And so it's me... Originally, until Wade bailed, it was me.
Never mind. Put me back on that list.
No, you're out, fucker. It was me.
We don't want you bitching and talking about fish all the time.
Wade... Phil,
I'm messing.
Mark, it was there was like 7 people, and then Wade bailed, so it went to 6.
Was it after that game that he bailed? Like,
yeah,
screw that. I don't want to go pay. I'm not paying for the stupid. Like,
I'll get a party pass, but I can't give Jerry $400 after that shit.
Well, it ain't going to be $400.
How you gonna pay? How else you gonna pay for Dak?
Yeah, really. Yeah. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is that Mark. So I give him the information. I say 7, and then he texts me this morning, and I said, okay, we'll go ahead and get the 6 tickets. Wade doesn't want to do it. He's doing the party pass. I said, and then I said to Mark, do you want to do a party pass? He goes, no, I can't stand. I can't.
Yeah, he's instantly anything we're talking about. His first thing is, I can't stand that long. I can't walk that far.
Yeah, well, plus so that was the first thing. And then the second thing was, how are we paying for this? Are you getting the tickets or not? Dude, I said, just give me how you want. Like I sent, like normal adults did. I sent Phil. I mean, I have PayPal. I can do whatever you want, but I sent him my, what did I send you?
Venmo.
I sent him my Venmo. I said, you send me the money for the rooms. Yeah, you're part of the money.
And I was like, hey, give me the merchandise. I don't know you. Well,
Mark's
that.
like, well, how are we paying for it? I'm like, well, you give me whatever form of payment you want me to give these people.
And I'll give it to you. Yeah.
When these people pay, you then order the tickets. You might have to roll the dice a little bit. I mean, at some point. So I don't know. He goes, this is why I wait, because I get good deals. I'm like, all right.
Now, I think I'm gonna wait. If we get beat by San Fran, I'm probably gonna buy a regular ticket because they're gonna shoot down in price.
Yeah, well, he's got.
Well, then here, let's go for that. Yay!
They already went down. 50-yard line, 300 levels is like 380 now. So it's a lot
Maybe,
better.
hopefully,
if
we keep going this way, we'd be like buy one, and you can call a play.
Mark's like, holy shit, we can get 30-yard line for 485. I'm like, just slow down. I don't need to sit that low. Just relax.
Man, early 2000s, I'll never forget. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks for $100 when Dave Campo was our coach.
Well, you just said why. You had Dave Campo as your coach.
Well, you had to bring something. I came for the hot dogs. I stayed for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Dave Campo was preceded by Chan Gailey. Am I right about that? Did Campo come after?
I was pretty
Gailey?
happy. I was pretty happy about the Gailey sign.
You like Chan? He
yeah,
sucked.
and then it went woo, downhill.
You liked him, Chris? He's a nice
I did.
man.
It's just
I thought he was good in Pittsburgh.
We didn't have the guys that we needed on that team. We just didn't.
Sorry. All right. So let's just let's fast forward this debacle, right? Who would you want to see as the head coach of the who would you want to see? And I need names. And B, who do you think they will go for?
Who?
Anybody.
Eagles
Dallas. Eagles.
Bill Belichick.
You want Bill Belichick?
Yes. I agree with that.
And do you think they're going to get Bill Belichick?
No.
I don't see it.
I see it. If Jerry can put up with Bill Parcells, he can put up with freaking Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick won't put up with Jerry.
Yeah. See, I think that's why Parcells left.
Here's
the
deal.
Exactly.
Here's the deal, Jerry.
Ain't gonna kiss Jerry's ass. That's what it is.
I don't want
He's not
Belichick.
gonna
Listen to his words. I can't.
The
win with
reason
this
why I
team.
want
One
Belichick
at
is
a
mainly
time.
for the defense.
Yeah, I agree with that, but
That's why I think you guys will probably get someone like Vrabel as opposed to Belichick.
Rob, I have inside news. I have inside scoop on Vrabel. That's what I was telling you before. They did not even interview Vrabel this time, as well as other teams, because he has an intimidation factor towards the organization. He didn't interview well, and that's why he kind of got fired. I don't know that you'll see him coach again.
College level.
There was an issue with him. Let me just tell you, kind of like, remember Phil, our offensive lineman, a coach. What was his name that we
Mark Colombo?
Mark Colombo. He went to the Giants and then he ended up getting fired for like similar type situation where how he handled and talked to players and people in the front office. I love Vrabel, but they would not even interview him, so I don't see that happening. I think more if Vrabel possibly to the Eagles, I could see that. But my question to you is, and we could talk Eagles too, it doesn't matter. But let's do the Dallas Cowboys.
They hire Big Dom and the Eagles.
I agree with Oscar because to me, I said Vrabel because you guys brought up Belichick. But to me, if you were smart, you'd go get Ben Johnson,
the guy from Detroit.
Yeah, the offense coordinator in Detroit, a younger mind, a fresh mind.
That's what I want, but I don't think Jerry would do that.
I'm surprised you guys kept McCarthy after that Green Bay game
No,
when
me
he put
too.
on the jacket, had lunch with Rodgers and all that stuff. I couldn't believe that.
So when everybody brings up Belichick, I'm just surprised nobody brings up Nick Sable. Like he's out there. He's got championships.
Bring in Nick Saban. Screw it. Give him a shot.
Sable's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Sable. You mean Saban?
Saban, sorry.
Sable.
Said Nick
NFL
Saban.
Films.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just surprised that he hasn't been brought up in any kind of way, just because he's obviously got a lot to. I mean, his college is obviously great, but his NFL, not great at all. I mean, right? He was with the Dolphins. Was he with someone before that? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Jerry's gonna ride it out and
Nick
get
Saban's old. Not
Well, I'm
happy.
gonna tell you what. I'm tired of these penalties that we keep seeing every week. I'm getting tired of that crap. So give me somebody in here who's going to clean that crap up.
Yeah.
Nick
But I mean,
too.
Well, think about that. I mean, Pete Carroll sucked when he first was in the NFL. He left. He went and did everything. He came back.
Terrible.
Yeah, and he came back and did it. That's
he had an
saying
advantage, though.
that I would want that. I'm just surprised that
him being a
I'll
college
take
coach
Pete
and
Carroll over Nick
all
Saban.
that,
He's 73.
You take Pete Carroll or Bill Belichick?
You might have a running game if you got Pete Carroll.
But anyway, what I was telling Rob is this. Belichick in Atlanta, he told them, he realizes at his, how old is he, 74? Let me look. Bill Belichick, B-I-L-L. There you go. Let me see. Bill Belichick is 72.
74.
No, he's 72. Bill Belichick told the Falcons he wants nothing to do with control of the scouting or nothing. He just wants to coach a team. Obviously, Dallas always lets their coach have input, even to the detriment of the team, right? Remember we had who was the offensive coordinator that we had from the Bucs? A few years ago.
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator that we got.
Oh, Monty Kiffin?
Monty Kiffin, but the guy after him. He was the coach of the Bears. Him. Anyway, he's the one that went out and they let him draft whoever the hell he wanted. He never wanted studs. He wanted to mold a shit sandwich and turn it into filet mignon. But
that's the Dallas style right there, man.
Who am I thinking of, guys?
I don't know.
The Monty Kiffin's a defensive coordinator, and then he was the head coach at the Chicago Bears. He was our D coordinator. The military guy.
You're not talking about Ron Marinelli, are you?
Yes, Rob Marinelli. Or no, he was a head coach in Detroit. Right.
He was head coach in Detroit.
Yeah, he was
He was the D coordinator for Chicago,
He was a great defensive line coach. Thought he was a way better defensive line coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he won the Super Bowl ring down in Tampa Bay with Warren Sapp.
But he's the one that we would draft guys and they would never pan out. He wouldn't want.
Yeah, Rod Marinelli wanted Taco Charlton.
That and who was the other? Who was that second round D lineman that we ended up taking? Who lasted 2 years in the league? I can't think of his name. But what I'm saying is
Tristan Hill.
Yeah, Tristan Hill. Yeah, Bill Belichick told Atlanta he didn't want to be involved in running the organization. So you get Bill Belichick. He's only coming back for one reason, people. He wants that all-time record, the win record. So it makes a lot of sense to go to Philly. But I don't. I think he has a better chance to go to Philly than he does go to Dallas. So it's just
because Lurie will just stay in the office. I mean, I know his son will meddle a little bit, but Lurie will give him more control than what Jerry Jones will.
But he don't want the control, is what I'm saying. He
doesn't want to be micromanaged either.
Yeah, you're right. But it has been. Listen, it worked for 3 years with Parcells. Parcells left because he just. It really wasn't because of Jerry. When you hear Bill Parcells talk about it, he left because. No, it was that fumble by Romo in the playoff game. He didn't have the energy to go back and start it all over again.
Do it all over again, yeah.
He said he just at the end he just pooped out.
It had
basically.
nothing to do with Jerry. They got along swimmingly. They really did because they let him draft who he wants. That's the misnomer when everybody says Dallas drafts who they want. No, we drafted Bobby Carpenter in the fucking first round because
Barbie Carpenter.
Parcells.
Yeah, because Parcells coached his father.
Good one,
Phil.
His father.
Parcells, he's the only coach in NFL history to ever coach a father and a son.
Right. So I'm saying he coached his father with the Giants, and he let him do what he wanted, and it got us far. And listen, that's just a bad luck situation. I do believe the whole. Selling your soul to the devil, BS.
Rob Carpenter, yeah,
Rob Carpenter. Is that what it was?
One reason I don't want Belichick is I found an interesting stat. No coach has ever won an AFC and an NFC Super Bowl, so he ain't gonna do it if he comes to the NFC.
Well, it's the first
we
time
have the talent. We have the talent
for
for him to do it. I mean, I think if he focuses on the defense, which I think where we lack. Is on the defensive side. Our offensive, on paper, I think our offensive lineup is the best in football on paper. It's just my opinion.
So if I was going to bring somebody in there, I'm like looking through all the names and everything, and I'm thinking about people on hot seats, whether they want to be on hot seats. I would narrow it down probably to a guy that needs a quarterback that if they had a quarterback, they could probably make an offense really like, hum. I would like McDaniels from like Miami, he might possibly be on the hot seat, and whether he wants to or not, I don't think it's his fault, because they haven't drafted anybody quality of even a backup in that situation. But I still think he has a hell of an offensive mind. He just needs the right formula to kind of back him up.
I'm surprised none of you have mentioned Todd Monken.
All the time.
Well, even like, what about Georgia's head coach? I mean, Kirby
I think
Smart.
Todd Monken is doing a damn good job up in Baltimore. As
I
the
would say
offensive
Clint
coordinator up there.
Kubiak, the guy,
Clint Kubiak, yeah.
the guy
yeah,
you
that would be a
said
good one.
for Detroit, so that's who I
those
would
are two
want.
good ones. Those are two good ones.
And I do think Belichick or even a Vrabel makes a lot of sense for the Eagles because you have a lot of talent. Now, we'll see. You got to get it in gear. I mean,
Yeah.
But Eagles offensively has a lot of talent, so that would.
I told you that those two being back were going to be the difference, and that was what the difference was.
Well, AJ
for that
Brown
game
is what the difference was.
AJ,
man.
Devontae Smith.
They both had great games yesterday.
Yeah, my son, he has him on his fantasy, Devontae, and this is a guy at work.
I just think we should have
AJ didn't miss a step at all.
No.
Shit.
Just get rid of Sirianni and let the players play and see how it works.
But that's why we're saying if you get a defensive-minded coach that just
prisoners run the
focuses
asylum.
on the defense, I think that would be that's why Drew hates the idea, but I think that you'd be foolish not to go with a guy like a Belichick or a Vrabel. I think that would be sorry. I think that's a mistake, Drew. I think you don't need an offensive guy. I could see Frank Reich, but what are you going to do with that defense? You need a guy who could take, no offense, you could take a crap and make it into something great. That Eagles defense is struggling, and Bill Belichick is unbelievable with making average guys play great. He don't want, that makes too much sense to me. Whereas Dallas, I could see it, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't know. I think it's one of those two spots.
One thing with Belichick I see is he is a 3-4 defensive guy. He always has been.
Yeah, I
and
think
if he did
Dallas,
come in, would he do something with Parsons that would make him be a middle linebacker?
Now, let me ask you this: if you're Bill Belichick and you could pick Eagles or Dallas, what do you think you would pick?
Well, if he's going strictly off of talent on defense, I'll go with Dallas. But if he goes with potential, I think as far as overall, I think
thinks about Hurts. That's the thing. I don't know. Assuming he doesn't not like Hurts.
It depends on what is best for
then
him.
I would say he would definitely go with the Eagles, but because he could focus on.
I think we have
defense.
personnel for a 3-4 defense.
Oh yeah, that's
exactly. And think about it, Brian. The last time we had our last great defense, I'm not saying like the last 3 years our defense was like bad, but I'll take
great.
those 2007-6 Cowboys, 8 Cowboys 3-4 defenses over this. Those defenses were good, and they were 3-4.
Yep, I think that's what I think it's time. And if you want to keep Parsons, that's the way to go. If not, you might.
He'd be way better in a 3-4 defense.
Agreed.
Well, you have fast linebackers, so the 3-4 defense there in Dallas would be key. I just think you got to focus and get you a young nose tackle, like a true one.
Yeah.
To plug up that middle if you're going to go with the 3-4.
Yeah, well, obviously you need pieces, and like Wade had already said, next year we have 11 draft picks as of now, but like 3.
We got a bunch of draft picks and a lot of
we got
cap
4
room.
5s, which you obviously you would think you would want to move up, with a couple of those. So to me, you're not going to draft 11 players if you can get draft
package some up and move up.
Yeah, like if you can draft 7 or 8, I'm down with that. And move up a little bit, but we'll see. We'll worry about next year. But yeah, it'd be very interesting. I'm just not excited about Mike McCarthy anymore. So he ran his time. He had a shot.
I think it's run its course.
Yeah, I think you're right. But as much as I would like a Kubiak or the guy Rob said, the offensive coordinator for Detroit. That would help Dak.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben Johnson. I think that would help Dak. But I think defense is really, when it gets down
Dak
to it.
would be okay if he just had more weapons and the offensive line wasn't playing like trash.
I agree.
Or Dak would be
Personnel,
okay.
some of the problem.
Dak would be okay if he wasn't fucking down, always having to score a touchdown because his defense sucks ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of want us to go the direction of a more defensive-minded coach because, man, we never have the defense when we fucking need it.
And if that's the case, and we don't go defensive-minded coach, then why are we keeping Parsons? Please trade him.
Yeah.
Why would you keep Micah Parsons?
I would trade him anyway.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to trade him anyway, unless like a bill comes there and it's like, yeah, we're going to 3-4, and we're going to put Micah Parsons.
I would trust Bill to make that decision if that's the case, or Vrabel, and say, no, I know exactly what we're doing with them. We're keeping them. We're signing them. But Bill don't pay players. So how many times has he traded and how many times has Bill Parcells traded a Pro Bowl offensive tackle, defensive lineman? I mean, he doesn't want the big star normally.
They'll trade a year early too when they still have value, as opposed to a year too late. And that's what made him kind of a genius doing that. Is that and he would get blasted by the media. Like, how in the hell are you getting rid of whoever, he had a really, really good defensive lineman that he traded away, and he caught a lot of heat for.
Yeah. Was it Richard Seymour?
Seymour, Richard Seymour. Yeah. And, he caught so much heat, and then I don't recall where he went, but he didn't do shit afterwards. But he got a high draft pick for him.
I think he went to Cleveland, I think.
I did like how the Bill also brought in players who were still they were veterans, but they were still good. Like he brought in James Harrison. Like he brought in
Leonard Davis.
He brought in Junior Seau. He was still,
right. No, I don't know. Leonard Davis, I think you're right.
I think you brought.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, the Patriots weren't afraid to bring in veterans that could still play.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, he did. He knew how to get the best out of damn near anybody. That's what made him so good.
Other than Randy Moss is a wide receiver, I can't barely name anyone else. Maybe Deion Branch. The receivers had no names. It didn't matter.
I mean, go back and look at that 2007 New England Patriots team. Man, that team was made up of a bunch of veteran players.
Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah, Teddy Bruschi, Junior Seau. They had what's his name in the back, Rodney Harrison.
I mean,
that whole team was just full of veterans.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle.
Leadership.
You're right. The only two players I can name on offense is Brady and Vinatieri. That's it.
Yeah, right. Well, they always had the good slot, receivers. Whether it was,
they had Randy Moss. Who else did they have? They had Randy Moss and
what's his name?
Wes Welker.
Welker.
They had Whitehead.
They traded for some wide receiver from
so
Baltimore Ravens or something.
They had Amendola.
Danny Amendola.
Danny Amendola.
Deion Branch.
Deion Branch. They had so many of them.
Do you know who drafted Danny Amendola?
Cowboys. Jerry got rid of him.
Philly did.
Dallas. I think. Did Philly draft
Dallas
him?
did.
I thought Dallas drafted him.
I thought Philly did.
I know he was.
We had him on our Hard Knocks and everything.
Yeah. But I don't know if we drafted him now.
One of the Amendolas.
We maybe traded him, but I don't. I remember us having him when he was first in the league.
No, Dan Amendola was a free agent. He was a free agent with the Cowboys.
That's what I mean. I don't know that we
drafted a
he didn't get drafted. He
went to the Patriots and won multiple.
No. Dallas had him in 2008. Then he went to Philly 2008 and 2009.
Yeah, right.
So
you guys cut him and then he came over.
He was a walk-on.
Yeah, he was undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
I just remember him on Hard Knocks and everything.
And then he did good for the Rams
San Antonio,
for a while.
right, Phil? They were in San Antonio, remember? I think it was San Antonio when they used to go to the Alamo Dome, I think.
Because he played for Texas Tech.
Richard Seymour, he went in the Hall of Fame last year. I just thought about that.
Oh, great one there, Donnie. Edelman as well, yeah.
Julian Edelman, yes.
That was a great name right there.
Like that team had veterans all over the place. That's what I liked about, they got rid of players, but Bill and them were not afraid to bring in dudes that
yeah, they were boomerang players though, man. He'd get rid of them and they come back in like 2-3 years. It was weird.
Just like his coaches.
Yeah.
His coordinators
Yeah,
go
that's
get
true.
head coaching jobs and shit the bed
That's
and go
funny.
right back as coordinator.
Come back for a
Short
cheaper
Dog
contract.
has something to say. He says 49ers are going to rape us. Dak will say, I got to play better. Nice, nice. So we got that to look forward to. Nice, nice. No, Eagles did not draft Danny. I just looked it up.
See, I thought, Drew, I thought the same thing too, but yeah, he was an undrafted free agent.
He was with
Signed
Dallas,
first,
and then
and then
Dallas
the
cut him, or he didn't make the team. Maybe he was
well,
on
they
the
had a lot
practice
of
squad. And
we
the
had
Eagles took him or
T.O.,
something.
we
I
had
don't know.
Patrick Creighton, we had a bunch of guys there at
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
that's right. We had Patrick Creighton. We had the #1 seed against the Giants, and he drops a touchdown, which costs us the game. Yes, we had Patrick Creighton. That Patrick Creighton. Yes, nice.
That Patrick Creighton that went to jail for cocaine.
Yeah, so fucking.
Yeah,
oh
that's
well.
right.
Sorry, bro. You can't catch
Wasn't
a
that
touchdown.
wasn't that Sam Hurd?
Listen, if
was
Rob's
the
going to
distributing,
like if Rob's going to threaten Aubrey for missing a field goal, I'm threatening Patrick Creighton.
That field goal costed me $2,000. I showed you my bet.
I know, but
What-
my guy
what was-
lights out. But that is sketchy.
It wasn't funny, but after that Cowboys loss against the Giants in that divisional round in 2007, Patrick Creighton, he got so mad after that game, he messed up one of his cars, and they had it at the Goodyear down the road from my house. They said he freaking bashed the doors in, broke the windows out and
Really?
shit. He was pissed.
Well, you remember that pass he dropped, walking into the end zone. You remember that, right? Against the
Yeah,
Giants?
that would have
that would have pretty much sealed the deal. Yeah, we
that at
fucking
least
blew
put
it.
us in deep field goal range red zone for
Well, that
sure.
was it was he was scoring. I think if he catches it, but yeah, I mean, I hear it.
Yeah, he literally beat the shit out of that car and had it in the shop the next day after that game.
Idiot, unbelievable.
Hey, Philly D, I used to like to watch the Patriots was when Gronk and Hernandez were both there. I think that 12 personnel and then running with Gronk and Hernandez. That was.
Does that actor not nail Gronk on that?
Yeah,
I've only seen a little clip of it, but dude, that actor nails Gronk.
And they interviewed Gronk, and
yeah,
that's
he's
one
like
of
known
his
him for 14.
buddies.
Yeah, that's why you know him, because you can mock him. You can make fun of your buddy and shit. It's like, dude, he nails the role.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Yeah, that's why everybody hates New England, but man, they were awful talented.
Yes, they were.
Fuck, man.
I think if Philly gets rid of their coach, it will help. If Dallas gets rid of their coach, it's not going to change with Jerry there.
Well, Jerry, what is he really doing? If you get a guy like Belichick or a good defensive coach.
In the draft room with his ruler.
If Jerry did that, it would be for publicity.
Yeah.
We all know that.
We'll see, man. Jerry ain't going to be around much longer, Robert. So, I don't know. He ain't going to be around much longer. They may have to take control of the organization and force him out. So,
Hey, Game Time, do you think it'll get worse when he's gone as opposed to better? Because I think he's more aggressive than Steven. And if they leave it to Steven to start making the decisions, do you think they'll get more cheap, or do you think it'll get better?
Me personally, I think Steven, I don't know what Phil or anybody else thinks. I think that Steven will definitely hire a GM, whether it's Will McClay, and let him do it. Jerry does not.
Yeah, I was afraid of that in the beginning that he wasn't.
Once I get
but
more
now I have
information,
more.
Yeah. From what we're hearing, it seems like he would definitely doesn't want nothing to do with rulers and measuring whatever. He wants the scouts, and I think it would be Will McClay if I had to guess. But I will say this though.
He trusts him. Yeah.
Everybody has input. Even Jason Garrett always had input on players, rightly or wrongly. Sometimes they give too much leeway to the coach. But if you go out and get a defensive coach, you got to let him pick his players. You have to, or else, And they've done that for the most part. My problem with Jerry is the interviews, going to the microphone, having your radio shows.
That's just silly.
I know that he has to do it, or he thinks he has to do it because
Are you
he's the
kidding me?
Dallas
Rough to the
Cowboys.
passer? That's terrible.
That was not roughing.
Because he fell on him. It's like, come on.
And I think Aaron's saying.
Call, man.
Aaron's probably saying that's not a call too. He would probably say that. Yeah, no, that wasn't roughing. All right, here we go. We got 8 minutes.
Everybody watching out there, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thanks, Robert. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know. Jets are hanging more than I thought in this game. Arturo, if you need publicity, just get a ton of baby oil and a lot of hookers. Yeah, Arturo, that would work, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I told y'all after the kickoff, this is a divisional game. This is a rivalry. When you got a rivalry, both teams know each other. They know their ins and their outs. I said that.
Oscar says Parcells left Wade Phillips a great team. Did he?
Are you flying to that game, Brian, or are you driving down there?
No, I ain't driving. Fuck that. I'm flying.
That's a hike if you drive.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. No, I ain't doing that again. I'm flying. Me and Phil are getting there Wednesday. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. That's a Banacanda, isn't it? Or no? Hall, Breeze.
Yeah, that's a Banacanda.
No, that's Breeze.
Oh, no, that's Hall.
That's Breeze Hall. My bad.
Hall.
Brian, his son is worse. Who's that?
Steven.
How do you know, man? You don't know. You don't know he's worse. From what I'm hearing, he's not going to be GM. So I'm just telling you. From what they're saying, he don't want any part of being GM.
Hey, game time. I haven't thought it's been a minute for me catching up to you, but I do got a question for you on us releasing Devin White. What are your thoughts on us doing that?
I think it's kind of ridiculous, man. I find it hard to believe that he was that bad. I think he could use the linebacker depth. I think it was more of he didn't get along with the coach, and they didn't want a quote unquote cancer in the locker room. I don't think it had anything to do with football, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm only going by what I hear from everybody else. Devin White, high draft pick. This is a prove it year. Why wouldn't usually these guys work out and then move on, or usually I don't know, man. That's dumbfounding to me. But I do know that he was not hurt, but when he found out that he wasn't starting, he became a problem. So I don't know.
I know Mark had a lot of fun with it. That we signed him, hyped it up, and the whole 9 yards with that. I was disappointed for the fact that we got rid of him without even trying him out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's like
that's where
couldn't
I
be any
would
worse
fall.
than the Kobe Dean's playing. I mean, the Kobe Dean's whiffing tackles.
I haven't
left and
studied
right.
the Eagles lately. I watch it, but I don't sit there and watch. I know when my team stinks like they did this week, but I haven't really. I've heard the Kobe was hot coming out of camp, and then kind of has come back down to earth.
I thought those first 2 games was pretty good for them.
Yeah, I thought actually in the bye week they would work in a Trotter Jr., but I was surprised that they didn't. So
yeah, I'm hoping we start leaning towards him because that's what he was known for in college, playing for Clemson, was his tackling ability.
Yes, yes.
I'd
I'm
like to see some
disappointed
Trotter.
with all the Georgia draft picks. Jalen
No, Carter looked good yesterday. He had
I
that
love
sack.
Carter.
Carter's
Everybody
a stud.
else, I don't know.
Davis is inconsistent. Keely Ringo had a hit yesterday.
He almost took the dude's head off.
Knocked the dude's head off.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was the good one.
He was giving up a pull out though too.
He was. He has a problem with coverage. I think he's got to get some more time in there. But I tell you what, I'd rather have him in there to get some experience as opposed to Slade being in there.
Philly D heard
that
he didn't dress, so they saved money. Yeah, I'd have to look into that. I don't really know.
Damn.
I don't really know.
Cooper DeJean played damn good yesterday. Him and Quinyon both.
Yeah, I saw him making some tackles.
Mitchell was a good pick.
It's kind of, it's kind of
Cooper had a
hard.
sack yesterday as well.
It's kind of hard with the Cleveland. It doesn't seem that quarterback. I don't know what happened to him. I expected more.
He's not getting his weekly massages.
Jesus Christ, he's horrible. I mean, he is bad. Drew said, "Oh, he's horrible after week 1." I'm like, I don't know. He's always been very good. This is his year. He's going to turn it around. No, he hasn't turned shit around. He's worse than I ever thought. But I don't know why Devin White wasn't at least allowed to play. He's a bigger dude. I don't know. It don't make any sense to me. So
Brian, when I saw where they was going to drug test him, I knew.
Who's that?
I knew something was getting ready to go down with Devin White. I knew something was getting ready to go down because
they drug tested him.
They did.
Yeah, they drug tested him a couple
after
of
the
weeks
Tampa
ago.
Bay game.
After the Tampa Bay game. Because if you ask me, this is my personal opinion. I think they want to drug test him because if they figured that he failed a drug test, he would be suspended, and that would be a load off for them.
It would void the contract.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to pay him.
How he's trying any way possible. I gotta respect that.
That's what they're trying to do with
He probably set him up like training day. Hey man, hit this, and then and then he's drug testing them and shit.
Let me look up the.
He passed it, and I guess Philadelphia was like, "Well, we can't do nothing to get rid of what we can't do nothing to get rid of our issue. Let's go ahead on and release them then."
Well,
So-
I'm looking up to see if I can find out
That's
what.
what they're trying to do with Watson in Cleveland. They're trying to find another stripper or something to get him for conduct detrimental so they can void that contract.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not budging.
Yeah.
Devin
He's-
White's cap number this year,
$4.5 million, I thought.
but the dead money was 1.6 to cut him.
1.6. Okay.
So that's what I'm looking at, 1.67. So that's basically what you saved. You don't really look at what you're paying. You know what? And I just happened to see this name pop up here under, because you're still paying 1.3 million to Kevin Byard, who was ranked number 3 in the league.
He had an interception where Chicago went.
Yeah, he's ranked as the third best safety in the league this year by, I guess it's Pro Football Focus. What the hell happened in Philly?
Coaching matters. Coaching matters.
Kevin Byard, he leaves and he's a stud again.
And he was a stud before he, got
That
traded.
would frustrate
from
me
Tennessee.
if I were you. That would frustrate me.
Absolutely.
It's like, what the hell is happening?
He's in Chicago kicking ass. I saw him playing in London
Well,
yesterday.
I heard the name and I heard that like Kevin Byard has had a resurgence. And then
That'll
I
be
just
Brandon
happened
Cooks for us.
I just
They
happened
tried
to
plug
see
him
it.
in an already bad defense last year.
Yeah.
As soon as Brandon Cooks goes to the next team next year, 1,000 yards, boom.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh. Interesting. Well, did you hear about Hassan Reddick? He hired
Drew
Rosenhaus, and they're meeting with the Jets.
Man, if anything says you're guilty, I mean, ready for football, it's Drew Rosenhaus.
Well, that kind of pisses me off because I think if he had Drew in the first place, we could have worked a deal and kept him.
Yeah,
in Philly.
exactly.
That other piece of shit.
CC,
that he had
whatever, yeah.
overhyped him.
CCA.
Oh, you can get 30. You could get 30. Get traded.
Or
and-
CAA.
Yeah. And they filled his head with too much silliness, and then he clearly came back down to earth quickly when no one was giving him that money, or New York wasn't giving him that money. So, if he had Drew in the first place, I think we would have kept him, re-signed him, and got rid of our other defensive end that was Josh Sweat. We would have gotten rid of him. Because Josh Sweat thought he was getting traded. He posted it on Twitter and everything saying, "Thank you, Philly." That's when we still had Hassan Reddick. Sweat was supposed to be traded, and when we couldn't get a deal done with Reddick, then we kept Sweat and traded Reddick to New York.
Yeah. Hell of a game here we got here.
That's back and forth, 2020.
Yeah, it's 2020.
Kind of funny that the Eagles and the Cowboys are almost the same exact team this year.
Well,
And
I would say you're. I don't know.
Both have head coach trouble.
Yeah, they're both fucking
quarterbacks
manic.
are turning the ball over. Both defenses stink. So it's almost the same. We got Saquon, a little bit of better running game. That's about it.
No, we got some good receivers. I mean, we've been without
Great
AJ since week one. I mean, yesterday, we're having them both back on the field. And that was the difference of us winning or losing.
Dropping little 5-yard passes and getting big ones, and then throwing it deep to AJ. I think that's a good combo.
Absolutely, that cross route that Devontae caught yesterday for the touchdown was phenomenal.
Yeah, you don't.
That yak was great.
So Jalen Mills, an ex-Eagle. play with
Yeah,
the
I get
Jets.
it. We got one more extra receiver than them, but other than that, it's pretty close.
No, we got a better offensive line, a better running game. We have a better tight end so far. I mean, well, he's hurt now, but Dallas Goedert balled out. He's the one who won us that game in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
We have a better offense. I still kind of wish
agree.
that we had some of the players on Dallas' defense. I think Overshown's playing pretty good. Compared to Howie don't value the linebackers for shit. Like he never invests in linebackers, and
we never used to either.
Me.
We never used to either. We went a long time without a good linebacker, and then we were trying to find, diamonds in the rough. That's why it was so surprising. But let's face it,
I remember you being so pissed off with safeties, man. God, I just want some of those safeties.
That's when you guys are trying to get Adams and the
Malik Hooker stinks. Okay, can I tell you that? Malik Hooker's shot. He's a shot fighter. I've been saying it for 2 years. Everybody, I like Malik. I don't.
One.
Yeah, well,
do you guys think that Biggs is 100% because he didn't look really too good yesterday?
I don't think this whole year he's not. To me, I don't think this whole year he wouldn't be 100%.
But that one play was designed for that receiver to be picked up early on. You know what I mean? That's what they were. I was watching it again. I was watching today. They were doing some film breakdown. He wasn't supposed. He was supposed to be picked up early on, and he just kind of ran through everybody. But that's, that was a great design. It looked worse on Diggs. The bottom line is they were running it at will, so it's kind of hard to stop. And if you don't do everything perfect on a play, Jameson Williams runs a 4-3. I mean, good luck. I mean, that was a perfect pass. It was just a great play. But yeah, he's not 100%. No, definitely not. But
Drew, that's exactly what I was talking about. Beginning of the season, you don't need Jalen to throw those things with those type of receivers. Just get it to him short, let them take care of it, man. That's what Miami needs to do. But they're over here like, hey, let's develop this play and throw it down the field. Man, you don't need to. Just throw it to Tyreek Hill for 2 yards and let him run around for a while, you know?
Well, what Drew just said is absolutely true. I mean, that those cross routes that Goddard ran in that New Orleans game won us the game, and the cross route that Smith ran yesterday won us the game as well. I mean
that's right. Yeah, and you don't need to be accurate more than 10 yards. Like that's amazing. That's exactly down their wheelhouse to me.
Where's Mark at when we need to talk about Kellen Moore's play calling? Just kidding.
Yeah. But this is where I'm talking about as well too. Is that
he's streaming?
It doesn't matter who that offensive coordinator is with those wide receivers and that running back. I think that running back helps draw coverage.
And we just got finished listening to Rhonda's rant.
Right now.
We're going to call that R&R, Rhonda's rant.
Oh, I want to fire
and
shirt off of his stream last night, but I'll never get it.
Taking a lot of abuse, of course. Somebody said that Philly 500.
Yeah, Saquon almost broke one yesterday if he didn't run into his own lineman.
I ain't gonna lie. Saquon is who's saving Philadelphia right now.
Suck on that, Henry.
I'm just
Troll
saying.
ass mother humper.
Yesterday, I think it was Devontae and AJ, but the previous weeks, you're absolutely right there, Thomas. He's kept us in every game. We wouldn't have won that New Orleans.
He's got to get my hot dog.
Breaking that big run after Devontae.
No.
I don't see how you run the ball 10 times without AJ and Devontae Smith. 10 times. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's showing us. Now, you know this for a fact. Now, he's showing up, Sage, y'all down in South America, down in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he had 3 touchdowns. Almost had 4 if he didn't run into AJ blocking that corner downfield. He should have had 4. If he'd have just cut left or right instead of just running into him, he would have had 4 that game. Saquon's amazing. We just got to keep him healthy and not burn him out. We got to sprinkle in some Gainwell, maybe use our rookie, Shipley. But yeah, Saquon's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Always knew you put him in a good offensive line and he was going to do good things.
Saquon's a good running back. His problem is he stay hurt all the time. That's his problem.
He stays hurt because he's a focal point and don't have any blocking where, I mean, he just gets pounded on just play after play after play. And, it just wears him down.
Yeah, there's always really freak accidents that happen with him.
I guess I should have said pause after pounded on, but
Right. You know, it's always been freak accidents and always been the bad lines that he had when he was up in New York when he played with the Giants. And, you know, I've always said that if he had a halfway decent line, he would be kick ass. And with Philadelphia being, you know, with Philadelphia having one of the best lines in the NFL, he's kicking ass right now.
He is.
Yeah, I won $150.
Thanks, West Virginia.
And you know what bet I'm taking this week? Saquon scoring a touchdown in New York this week.
West Virginia country boy. We're still good to go.
I'd say
for,
about 2 or 3 touchdowns.
We're still good to go for the tickets.
Hey, Phil.
Mark, let me get this out real quick. West Virginia country boy. We're still getting tickets, but we're waiting for Mark. So what'll happen is I'll need your some sort of Mark. I'm gonna send you Mark's once we identify which seats he's gonna buy. Well, I'll give you whatever he's gonna. Maybe it's PayPal. I don't know. And then we'll all send him our money, and then he'll buy the tickets. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey Phil, is online gambling legal there in Florida?
At the I think the Seminole, like the Hard Rock Casino, they have some kind of online. Yeah, they made it this year. Just this year, they made it.
It should be anything. Yeah. Look at that. A-Rod throwing dimes.
Hey, look at that.
Blow me up.
That was me. That was me.
Okay.
Because when I super chatted tonight and talked a little bit, I just want to give you full disclosure prior.
You super chatted?
Well, I'm going to.
Oh, you don't need the super chat, bro. Stop.
Well, Stop it.
Gainwell had a few good runs, dude. Yeah, I watched because I dropped him on fantasy. So all of a sudden he's gonna go fuck off on me. So no, he didn't. But yeah, that was good.
Well, 500 game. He ate him with a passion. He ate him with a passion. Oh, that's coming back. That's holding.
Philly D, Gainwell. Oh yeah, Barkley's skill set is one of the. Oh yeah, Philly D. Nobody ever questioned that. He's the real deal. Jerry bringing Zeke back, one of the worst. But yeah, Michael Haba. That's funny you said that. I would seriously. They won't do it, but I would seriously consider deactivating him. I'm not saying cut him, but send him. Just deactivate him.
Yeah, I don't see why they're not bringing up Dalvin Cook for a couple games.
Something. I mean, Dalvin's not the long-term answer, but he's better than what we got.
Work him in the rotation.
I love Lepke, but they just don't want to give him the ball. So, whatever.
Saving Zeke.
There's just some questionable stuff with the coaching. You have Rico that has probably one of his best games of his career the week before, but you don't use him really at all. I don't know. It's very, very questionable.
I think you guys fell behind so quickly that you had to go one-dimensional in order to try to stay in the game or have a shot to stay in the game. Is I think why. But I think moving forward, if you're going to have those gritty games, use Rico, man. Let him just get you 3, 4, 5 yards and develop some kind of rhythm in the running game.
Yeah, but I'm with Brian. I would definitely bring Cooks up into the roster. Let him. Let's see what's there. Kick the tires a little bit.
Well, that was my frustration with Devin White. Oh shit, give him a shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know.
To me, there's sometimes, and we pointed this out, how it's just like there's guys that practice well, and then there's guys that just play well, and you don't know what you have sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, it can't hurt. I think the game before that, the longest rush of the game was 6 yards, and that was by Dak.
And that was like 8. All right.
If you're not running the ball 15 to 20 times a game, you're more likely
to run backwards. Are the Jets going to score here?
Yeah.
Hit the ball.
Flag.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Flag.
He's coming back. Damn, and that's Braylon Allen, too.
Tyron Smith.
Oh, shit. I hate this damn referee.
Yeah, I got money on this game. I don't like that call.
I have Buffalo winning. This is surprising.
I got the Jets winning.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, the momentum seems to be kind of going in it, but you know, Buffalo can turn it on at any point, too.
I took both New York teams in a parlay, the Yankees and the Jets.
And that's on Tyron Smith.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. His hand was across his neck. They're going to call that every time.
He's out.
Oh, you got to hold on to that, man. Stop being a pretty boy. That's what you get, Garrett Wilson, for being a pretty boy. You got to hold on to passes like that coming across the middle.
Was he defenseless? I don't know.
They didn't throw any laundry.
Nah, that wasn't bad.
He hasn't been the same this year.
You got to catch that, though. You got to put that ball away.
He had like the swagger to him. He looks very lost and confused out there this year.
Who was that, Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
You got to catch that.
Where do you guys
that was
think,
right there.
Where do you guys think Adams is going to go? Devontae Adams.
Washington.
I thought New York.
I mean, he has to be traded, right? He has to be traded. So
New York or Washington.
Yeah, I think it's the Jets.
I think it's New York. I think Pittsburgh could be a dark horse.
I think gonna piss us off is gonna be the Chiefs.
No.
I'm messing. They won't trade. They wouldn't trade him to the division. I'm messing, man.
No,
that'd be so unfair.
That would. That's come on.
I can't see him being traded to Kansas City.
No.
He wouldn't.
That's like
Al Davis would turn in his grave if that happened.
Yeah, that's like
the next 2 Super Bowls for sure, barring injury.
That's like me. That's like me sending my little brother over to the dude that I'm fighting with all the time for him to fight. To fight with my rival against me all the time.
It'll be something that pisses me off. It would be something like Baltimore or something that, like, it would just be. You would think that though they would trade out of the AFC, right, over into the NFC.
Yeah.
So who hasn't have that big receiver?
You know what, prime time? I could see that because
Arizona.
Baltimore, they have been known for getting in the middle of a trade out of nowhere.
I heard talks of him going to Dallas. How much money you guys have left?
No,
that's not happening.
30. He's 32. I don't even want Devontae. He's 32 years old, man.
Everybody gets rumored to Dallas. I mean,
he needs to go to New York and just be done with it. Finish his career. Well, Aaron Rodgers probably will play another year or two.
Go to the Giants.
No, I can't see that. I can't see him going to the Giants. They got a nice receiving core in in Giant land.
Yeah, I mean, could always get better.
He's an upgrade from Slayton.
No running game there.
He would definitely help Neighbor develop.
No quarterback.
Yeah, everybody forgets Devontae's 32. His salary is ridiculous too.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking missed it.
I this fucker miss. Dang.
Dang, you guys.
He fucking sucks.
I'm on a Taco Bell commercial with Adams.
That's Zerline.
Now y'all see why we got rid of his ass.
Oh, Greg Zerloin or whatever.
Greg the leg. Fuck him.
Greg the leg.
He just pulled a fucking Aubrey.
Too soon. Game time too soon.
I'm rooting for you, but as soon as you said it, fucking nothing's gone right as soon as you came out and said it. It's like going to a track. I used to lifeguard back in the day right next to a racetrack. I lifeguarded in this development that had a couple pools, and I would get all the inside intel. I'd have the jockeys come over, and I'd let them, go in the pool without so I'd go over after work. Me and my buddy would go over to the track and just fucking hang out at the track for hours. And you get to know all the jockeys and what horses they're riding. And we're like, it was the best. But you never, ever went to a window and bought a ticket without telling your buddy. Because I remember one time I decided to throw like $20 on a horse that was like, I don't know, 30 to 1 or some like 20 to, I think it was 25 to 1, something like that. But it was Green and Green, the name of the horse. And I did a little research, and he always would get out to a lead and then fucking just die. But I'm like, all right, it was such a big thing. I'm like, yeah, just give me, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was $10. I said, yeah, Green and Green to win. And that's my last name. And I never said nothing to my buddy. And we're watching the fucking race, and Green and Green is just out. He's fucking out in the middle, and I'm going nuts because back then it was it was exciting, and it was a lot of money for me. And he's like, "Did you bet on it? How dare you bet on it? You were sleeping on it. You should have told me." Well, he ended up dying down the stretch. He did not win. He did not place. He did nothing. I should have saved my money, but he was flipping out that I didn't tell him about that I was playing something, because you don't do that. It's the unwritten rule. You don't sneak shit. I'm like, all right, I won't sneak anything.
So this week in the pick'ems, I just realized, I went back to look at them. I only have one wrong.
Okay.
Are you talking about for the whole?
No, for this week.
For this week.
Yeah, for this week. I got Jacksonville. I picked Jacksonville over Chicago. I didn't think Chicago was going to just all of a sudden turn it off. I'm 12-1 if I picked Buffalo for this game. Right. So depending on what this would be, it'd be a hell of a week.
Yeah, nice. No lines, but still hard to do.
Yeah. Since the week before, I sucked ass. Like,
look at that. This defense is nice. Windy, Vinny Hagen.
Nice.
I lost on the Tennessee.
Yeah, Philly D. That was Atlantic City racetrack. It was a small little track, but like I said, I'd have a couple of the jockeys, and it was always cool. We would spend hours there. It was fun. I miss them days. They closed it up. Cherry Hill's closed too. It has been for years.
Come on, Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yeah, but they used to have a racetrack there, like for horses and stuff. So.
Yeah, we have one nearby that was for greyhounds, but there was such a petition for
fucking dog track.
Save the greyhounds, like I'm like, they have better than me, man.
Yeah, really.
Did you go to any
jockeys with no jock straps? I gambled once, ended up paying child support for years. Gotcha. Bang, bang, Steve.
Nice.
You gambled and lost. What was that, Robert? You asked me something?
Did you go to any Phillies games this year?
This year, yeah, I went to a couple. Yes, I did. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I hear you. I went to my Philly 2 years ago. I flew back there and went to a Phillies game against the Giants, and Harper hit an inside the park home run. They hit like 8 homers in that game.
Yeah, I've been on a roll with Phillies games. The last few that I've went to, they've won. So,
but that stadium is unreal.
It is the best. It's one of the. I haven't been to any other stadiums in a while, but it's one of the best. I've been to Camden Yards.
Stadiums when they closed the field when they were throwing D batteries.
There's Rob. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, brother.
You got it, brother.
Brian.
Yes.
You talking about Citizens Bank Stadium?
Yeah. You been in there?
No, we got a Citizens Bank here.
Oh, do you?
The bank.
Oh, okay.
The bank. Yeah, we got a Citizens Bank here.
I've been to a lot of stadiums. That's by far my favorite stadium of all time.
Yeah, I got a female friend. She wanted me to open up a account at Citizens Bank. I told her, I said, no, baby, I'm saying at Regions. I'm saying at Regions Bank. And prime time, I know y'all got some Regions banks down in Florida.
Yeah, they started closing like crazy.
Yeah, my bank, I'm a part of Republic, and they just got bought out by another bank. So, yeah, I'm waiting for my new bank card to come in. What was I going to say? Flats or trotters? What's that mean? Let's see. But yeah.
No, I mean, when you go to like Oscar asking Phil any dog tracks left in Florida, no, I think they petitioned that you can still go there and gamble and so because they have like poker tables, they have all this they kind of made it a mini casino. But then here they also have like the Seminole Indian Casino, and then you have Hard Rock, and so I mean you have some places. You just don't have the track. But they do have like horse tracks, and they different stuff that they do there. I haven't been for a little bit of time, so I don't know. Maybe they have some ostrich racing or something, you know.
Can you gamble on your phone? Prime time?
No, I don't gamble. I'm not good at it. I can pick picks like you just heard. I had 12-1. If I'm not gambling on it, I can pick like crazy. But if the moment I put money on it, I'm like, I start double guessing things and
overthink it. That's
yeah,
what
I way
sometimes.
overthink.
I overthink it. Yeah.
Is that well? What's the name? Got killed at prime time.
What's that?
Is that where what's the name got killed at that hotel lodge? I forgot her name. Blonde.
Sure.
Well,
Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh.
It was one of them. It was one of them pop rocks down in Florida, down in South Florida.
I know that the one that they had in Miami, they just recently built all that, so it wasn't that one. That one they just recently did stuff. I think they did a really good job too. It's like looks amazingly lit up at night, but I'm not really sure. I didn't follow it enough to know that. I'm not surprised. Crazy ass Florida. That's why the new GTA is here.
I know the one you talking about. The one you talking about light up like a guitar.
Yes, and they have like the LED lights that go straight to make it look like the strings. It's pretty cool.
Did you get hit by the hurricane down there?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we got it. I mean, Naples in general got it. They got some flooding down in those regions. We just didn't get it as bad as the central part, with that storm surge. And then you got the central Florida getting a lot of tornadoes. So like the East Coast got, weirdly enough, the East Coast got it really badly. Like even though it was slower, it's kind of crazy how there was a lot. Again, with building codes the way that they are, when these places are being destroyed, unfortunately, with motorhomes, that's the exception. But, there's a code where, you're strapping certain things so your roof is attached to the actual base of the house. So it's not going to just fly off. And so, but you're seeing, destruction in order for them to construct better stuff. So it's like those traffic lights. When a traffic light gets put in, you're just like, oh, they finally put a traffic light here. Well, what happened to get that traffic light? Well, some disasters had to happen, unfortunately, and it's one of those cases. But you've seen other cities that don't have those fires, or they don't have that, and so you see the city being built on top of each other because they don't have any extra room, so unfortunately it's a blessing in a terrible situation.
Yeah, contractors are loving it down there.
Oh, they down here? Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. They
fleet of vans is probably
they have all these laws situated for like uninsured ones that come in. It's like laws that they can be persecuted. Like they've really hit because people have tried to take advantage of those people.
Well, they're in a vulnerable state too, so that's
all the older people.
Worse. Yeah, right.
All the older people, easier to scam. Yeah,
that sucks. Well, I'm glad they have those laws in effect. I'm glad you're okay, man. That's good to hear.
Yeah, we did really well. I mean, put our shutters up. We have accordion shutters. So, and then we have the hurricane-proof ones downstairs. So it's like they are hurricane-proof, but we still have shutters, just in case there is any damage. You can say like, at least I had the things up, and so you can claim stuff. But no,
you're in where? What part of Florida?
I'm in Naples, Florida.
Naples, cool.
So like almost on the other side of the coast of where Miami is. So
sure. Awesome.
So I mean, it's yeah, we were very fortunate. You saw a lot of places getting flooded. Mike tagging them. They were up in Tampa area. You got some people that follow as well too that are up in that central area. So I was really worried about it. But it was kind of funny because somebody made like a meme and they showed like a Suicide Squad, and they had like a little stamp on one of the person that they're like, I don't remember Milton, like because Tallahassee and Miami didn't get affected by any of that, and the Central was just going crazy. So if you saw it, people were like really like leaving the area, like the interstates were packed where people were leaving. And then of course gas was running out, so it was a bad combination for people. I was thinking that people were going to be stranded on the side of the road and not be able to fill up on gas and stuff, but you didn't really hear much about that at all.
Well, I got an update here. Me and my son were talking about going to a Sixers game. Paul George hurt his knee today in a game. Paul George, newly signed Paul George is...
Damn, I hope he didn't tear anything.
I don't know. It looks like a sprain, but he gets an MRI tomorrow. Jesus Christ. When it rains, it pours. Paul George. But it don't look like he tore anything, but...
That's good, because he's
Fuck.
prone to injury anyway.
He is.
So that sucks.
He is, and I got to look at the schedule. I was telling my son because Embiid already says he's not playing in any back-to-back. So you got to look at the schedule. If you want to see Embiid, you got to make sure you don't, you're not on a tail end of a back-to-back because you ain't gonna see him. So
he's gonna pull a Kawhi and
it's ridiculous.
Trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process.
Yeah, Paul George, he had been injured prone since he started his career in India.
Paul George,
pretty much since he shredded his knee in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But
practice.
His teams have made the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. So he's a winner, and you just got to get him to the playoffs. That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure. He's
definitely a winner, though. So that's why they brought him. They were kind of limited. You had the money. You're rolling the dice. It definitely is a roll of the dice, but if you can keep him healthy.
You're right. He has won everywhere he's been.
Yes, that's the thing. He's a winner.
It's like Chris Paul.
His knee
he's
buckled,
won, but he hasn't
doesn't
won.
look like a tear.
But he hasn't won. Like
I'm a fucking mailman, so that could go to show you. But it didn't look like
PG-13. He has been.
What a fucking excuse my language. What a pass.
Oh, right in the balls. Like, dude, that was like, yeah, dude.
My God.
He targeted him and stuff. Don't talk about my mama.
He caught him with the scrotum.
Who was catching that? You should have caught that. You had 3 hands on that thing. You're like,
God damn. He threw it through him. Oh, God. That's crazy. If he turns around, that's an easy interception.
And I thought he got picked off. I really did.
Steve, here you go, brother. I got a good photo for you. This is a great photo. Ready?
Hey, game time. Hey, fam, actually, I got to drop. Got to go put the little one to bed. So.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Good talking to you, man. Great seeing you.
You guys have a great night. Good seeing you, man. I'm glad you're okay there, Phil.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, brothers.
Take care,
a good night,
guys.
Fam. All right.
Okay, now I'm going to see that 3rd down play. Yeah, that was a linebacker. They're not going to turn around.
That's pretty cool, right, Steve? I live in South Jersey, so I remember going to Phillies games in grade school. They would drop us off, and
so I wonder when Aaron gets hit like that, if like they play like some like dolphin sounds in the microphone so he can hear it and heal.
I don't know.
Just gives him superpowers.
Yeah, you had, was that Franklin Field? Or no, what was it, JFK Stadium? That was JFK, right? That was the Vet, the Spectrum, and JFK. Yeah, I love the Vet, but I know it got a lot of bad rep. But that was the stadium I grew up in. I remember every time I go to a Phillies game, my brother would buy me one of those plastic batting helmets. They would have them, I'd get a different team every time. It was cool.
Yeah, I love the vet too.
Yeah, that was always home. It was a cavernous place. You could get lost in there. That's what was cool about the vet. You just get lost, run around all day as a kid.
I remember it was always windy in there.
Yeah. Yep.
First and 15. I got. What do you?
I went to Washington Stadium. What was that? RFK?
RFK, yeah.
That's still up.
Yeah, I was there last year with Mark, standing outside of the place.
The whole upper deck was shaking, and I was on the ground, and I was scared. I thought it was going to collapse.
Wow.
They never have a good stadium in D.C. They got poop in their stadium now, dripping on fans.
Philly D, I didn't mind it for baseball.
I think they're still playing soccer in RFK.
I don't think so anymore. I think it's just got asbestos and everything. I went by there and didn't look like it. It looked like it was pretty. Okay. They were ripping seats out. People had gone in there and stole a lot of the seats. They're going to condemn it, and that's. Did he miss another one? Jesus Christ!
He's a fuck face. Get him off.
Steve, yeah, Skins tickets, definitely. Daniel M. I'm rooting for the Jets because Rob's got money on it, but the fuck, Jesus. Oh shit! Well, I think I'm gonna call it, guys. I know it's
been riveting.
It's been riveting, but I'm tired, and I think we're gonna call it, everybody. I'm gonna.
Thanks for having me on, Brian.
You're a channel member, man. I lost a couple channel members, so again, we need to get the channel members back up, man. I'm giving away one jersey for the Super Bowl, but I would like to give away a second, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna give away a shirt.
Wow.
West Virginia Country Boy, you are the winner. Tell him what he's won. West Virginia Country Boy, you're the winner, bro.
Dude, even when your coaching staff is saying, what the f- about the kicking?
Well,
reminds me of Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
before.
You know, just be thankful he's not in he's not I can't even get the words out.
Yeah, I know he's not in Dallas. Yeah.
Just thank God he's not in Dallas anymore.
Vanderjacked us.
But anyway, all right, everybody. It was a good night. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. But I'm tired. Right. I got a long day tomorrow, day after a holiday.
Yeah.
And the mail service sucks. It's going to be probably a long day. So that being said, I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out, Daniel M. and everybody else.
All right, take care, y'all.
See you, everybody. Late.
Hey, man.
Late.
What? I'm cool. This is me. We're going to jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Let's go.
No judgment. Shoot.
Get to smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm going to give it, I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God, just kill me now.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant. Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I think it's going really well. I know. This is literally the first time I took my gun out of the holster. Right. And that is why we need a triumphant video.
What? You guys led us to this. Thank you.